Okay, you know what? Actually, fuck it. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. I've lied about all of this for probably like 6 months, okay? One of the big, huge fucking drops of my manifesto is that I've had a person who is in the server that Lonerbox is going to start talking about, who has been logging that entire server for the better part of the last 2 fucking years. Every single thing that Gisticle, that Kilo, and that every other motherfucking piece of shit that's been in this server, that's been coordinating tweets, coordinating doxes, coordinating harassment, coordinating YouTube videos, every single one of them has been fucking lying about it. And every single one of them that's been trying to scurry around after Lonerbox brought this up has also been fucking lying about it. That'll be it. I'll have a huge, like, searchable index of this after I write my manifesto, okay? Sorry. Fuck these people. Have you tried contacting Hassan on this issue? He seems to be genuinely unaware. You're retarded. You're fucking retarded. He's absolutely aware, and he absolutely supports and condones all of this. That's why he retweets them, and they know it too, because every single time Hassan likes one of their tweets and shit, they would post about it, and they say, oh yeah, check this out, because Hassan is signal boosting them with likes. The reason why Hassan likes some tweets, but he doesn't retweet them is because you can't see likes. So the like will get the boost in the algorithm, but he won't retweet it because he doesn't want people to know that he's that closely associated. Hassan is 1,000,000,000% clued into all of this. Oh, and then if you're not aware, the guy who does most of the clipping and everything that feeds the videos to the substance and then posts shit on Kiwi Farms directly is the Ryle Kittenhouse guy, by the way. This person, she writes and talks so much about fucking everything. I don't know how she has the time. Like, whatever she's writing here about, like, Lonerbox, she does the same about me. I think she's done it about other people, too. She writes and writes and writes and talks and talks and talks so much for hours every day. It is insane how much she, like, obsessively, and it's like the craziest narrativizing as well. Holy shit.
Turns out this stream title has a bit of a double meaning, because not more than
expecting the secret anti-Lonerbox smear campaign. He's going schizo.
An hour ago, I was sent some interesting information. The title was originally supposed to be, it was supposed to be going to, like, the UK sending that ship called HMS Dragon over to
Dragon these nuts.
The Middle East to deal with the Strait of Hormuz. Oh, that's exciting. Whoa, Britain going to war over the seas. Woo! But actually, there's something else as well that I don't know how much I care for, but I guess it's funny. So there's this Good Samaritan who has been sending me kind of like sparse information for a little while, but today it's just kind of gotten a lot bigger. Well, they've given me a lot more, but where did it start? Okay, so today, I got told that, earlier today, I got told that Sulfur, who used to be a mod in this Discord, who is no longer, was making a video about me, and that she might be making it with Queeman, maybe Tony, who's still a regular in the stream, and maybe JStock is involved somehow, but again, like, I'm not exactly sure how involved each person is, other than that there's like a kind of little collab back and forth going on with like sharing stuff and clips, and most of it just looks like a copy-paste of the Beast Process article, albeit from people who are less intelligent and less coherent. But as for the Beast Process article, I probably will respond to that at some point, because as far as criticisms go, I don't feel like it's going to get any better than that against me, so or any more challenging. So yeah, I'll probably go through that at some point. I don't think it's particularly damning of me, but yeah, we can do that another time. But that's one thing. Like, okay, so I know that there's this video being made, and like, big deal.
Unless I missed something, I don't know if you caught it, the Lonerbox drama. This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't want to misquote it, but some girl was posting on Reddit saying that I think Lonerbox was cheating on her or something. I think that was literally the extent of it. I don't even know. And of course, these guys are all like trying to, I think the Gisticle crew and them were trying to like fucking have some huge expose video or something. Oh, I'm sorry. I might not even be referring to the right thing. I'm sorry. I don't have time to keep up with all these fucking weirdos. The context is that a dude called Beast Process wrote like a 90-page article calling Lonerbox a genocide supporter. Oh. Jew.
People can criticize me. I don't really care. But then I'm given this enormous file that I haven't even been able to open yet of Discord logs from a very small, very secret Discord, apparently, dating back to, I think, autumn of last year. And I had a quick look at like some of the people who are in it. It's like a lot of the usual crowd of, you'll see them, there's like a kind of small group of reply guys and kind of like troll chatters. Some people call them snarkers. They usually hang out in like the JStock, Queeman, sometimes in Pisco's community. They show up here every now and then. They show up in Soypill's community. They brigaded Kalinda a couple of times just as she was starting to stream. And I know now that they brigaded. I know now that it was an intentional coordinated brigade, even albeit of not that many people, but don't know if you get let off the hook for doing it badly, I would say.
Did Lonerbox ever try his position in the lawsuit? No, because he's a simp fuck who got mind fucked by Pixie the whore. So, but you know what? It's all, I don't give a fuck at this point. Let him have his opinions.
They will sometimes try to, clip farm each other, and they'll do
the only communities that these people ever gain purchase in are people where the content creator doesn't know how to manage the community or has no fucking idea how to run a community. So like they have no purchase in my community because obviously I'm very careful by community. They have no purchase in Lonerbox's community because Lonerbox runs his community and understands like the moderators and the people there like talk to each other and not fucking retards. So the only place I can find purchases they used to in Pisco's community because Pisco has no idea how to moderate or do anything because he's a fucking social retard. I think that might have changed a little bit as of recently, and they tried to do the soy pill, but I don't know if, well, I don't even know if the soy pill has like a Discord or anything else. I know they've tried to do Connor counterpoints in the past, but they usually don't make it very far in there either. It just comes down to like, do you monitor your community and are you like an autistic fucking moron? And thankfully for most of the people now around here, they're not at this point, so.
Tweets with the all caps and the sirens on each side. Most of these clips and tweets don't really go that far, but then once in a blue moon, Hassan will repost them and then they'll like celebrate.
No, I can show you some of Pisco's chat from the Taylor talk. Oh, okay, maybe.
It don't really go that far, but then...
Do you know if Doobie was in the Justical Discord? He was the one who was crying about the conspiracy being ridiculous the most. Maybe. Doobie is 1 trillion% though in cahoots with those people. I don't know what the fuck Lonerbox are talking about now. But wasn't I mix all these people up because sometimes they all make different accounts and they all get other people to argue with people. Was Doobie the one who was trying to justify to Wick why maybe it was okay to A-log my 14-year-old son? Was that Doobie or was that somebody else? Yeah, okay. Doobie won. And also, I think I was either arguing with Doobie or I heard somebody arguing with Doobie about my case. And I can tell by the way that Doobie talks that he gets points from like other people because he can never, anytime you push them a little bit on these points, they can never flesh them out anymore, so...
Once in a blue moon, Hassan will repost them, and then they'll like celebrate in this Discord that Hassan has liked or reposted their tweets. So there's this little crowd, and they're active basically all the time, talking shit, being weird. They're kind of like.
Connor said that Justical was in his DMs today, using his divorce as an opportunity to suck up to him. That's pretty weird and cringe, but okay.
The final bosses of unemployment. There's maybe a bit of a common thread amongst them. Like a lot of them are. One thing that a lot of them have in common is that a lot of them have tried their hand at creating at some point and just not done very well at it. Like they're kind of failures. And a lot of them also seem to share this one thing in common in that they've discovered.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Actually, fuck it. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. I've lied about all of this for probably like 6 months. Okay. One of the big, huge fucking drops of my manifesto is that I've had a person who is in the server that Lonerbox is going to start talking about, who has been logging that entire server for the better part of the last 2 fucking years. Every single thing that Justical, that Kilo, and that every other motherfucking piece of shit that's been in this server, that's been coordinating tweets, coordinating doxes, coordinating harassment, coordinating YouTube videos, every single one of them has been fucking lying about it. And every single one of them that's been trying to scurry around after Lonerbox brought this up has also been fucking lying about it. That'll be it. I'll have a huge, like, searchable index of this after I write my manifesto, okay? Sorry. Fuck these people.
Or they've been seduced by this once every few months, Hassan will repost us and boost us motif. That's kind of the thing. But I don't really know if I'm going to care to like read all the shit that I've been given for. It's just so much, and I don't really like stuff like that is generally not that interesting to me. And although some of the stuff that they've said about me, I guess, is kind of fascinating. The psychoanalysis that goes on and whatever else, and the two-facedness. One question I did have though, again, like if you want to make a video critiquing me, that's fine. I would be curious why they would use Sulfur as like their researcher though. That was a little bit jarring to me because I remember quite well. Sulfur, if you guys don't remember, used to be a mod in this community.
Do you consider them? Do you consider your snark? I don't know what that sentence means.
She was demodded for reasons we've been over a few times. But she didn't get kicked out of the server. She left willingly. And one of the reasons I think she left was because I had called out the fact, I didn't name her, but I guess I can now. I called out the fact that she had contributed quite strongly to falsely accusing someone in this Discord of sexual harassment. She had produced this whole like 50-page document, because she does that. She'll like overwhelm people with information, or like she's the kind of person who would like, her whole thing in this Discord was like to get into arguments, and as soon as she was losing, she would just tell people to read. I
think the reason why a lot of them are scurrying now, there's a whole bunch of weird battle lines. I'll go over all this when I drop my manifesto, hopefully in 3 weeks, and the judge dismisses this stupid fucking case. But like they do, it's so cringe. Like Substance will workshop these tweets with like fucking Gisticle and like Doobie and these other Saba and I don't even remember their fucking names. I don't remember their names. These guys are fucking random losers. But like they workshop these tweets together. They'll post the tweet. They tell everybody to like go and retweet and engage with it and juice it up. They'll give talking points to each other in these Discords, and then they'll go out and they'll debate like other people. It's the level of like coordination is insane. It is unhinged how crazy. And I think what Lonerbox is talking about is, so these people like obsessively start writing these huge manifestos, and then they try to they try to amplify and gas up all of these attacks against people that they perceive to be in my orbit, or that they perceive to be like against Hassan. So they did it to Dev a while ago, where they were constantly focused on Dev, short SFO, short fat otaku, and then they've done it with they're doing it a little bit with Lonerbox now, even though a lot of these people like aren't even in my orbit or whatever, but their perception is that they haven't made statements that are strong enough against me, or that they're still too anti-Hassan or whatever. Yeah.
Link some like...
they do a lot of anti-Hutch stuff as well. Yeah.
Massive 90-page research paper, or link them a book and like tell them to read it and come back, as in like you're not equipped until you've read this entire thing. And then sometimes, I think once I read the thing that she had given me in this argument, like Holodomor or something, and it wasn't actually supporting the thing that she said in the slightest. I was like really fucking cringe. Like I don't know if I can remind you guys of like, and then there was a problem as well, because I wanted to show why this document and why this evidence against David in our community was false, why this accusation was false. But I couldn't, because the person that involved was someone who was like, really did not want to be spoken about in public anymore. Like they'd gone private, and I respected that wish. So I'm in a position where I have really little to work with, because showing all the evidence that exonerates David includes other people who don't want to be spoken about publicly ever. And I'm still, to this day, honoring that wish, even though I really don't think I don't know how necessarily fair it is, but you know, I'm a bit of a doormat. So, like this was an example of what was in this 50-page document that still gets referred to every now and then. I don't know if you remember me covering this, but this is from 10 months ago. Well, this guy, you. I'm like, you're my little Sandra dad. I'm like, well, okay, oh, wow. And this is from a while ago, because his name's Purple. This isn't from today. It was screenshotted on the day, ages ago. I'm like, okay, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty weird thing to say to someone. That's pretty spicy. But
do they actually like Hassan, or are they just using him as an attack dog because he and they hate you? So I think it started as them hating me, and then they kind of like latched onto liking Hassan as a way to hate me, and now all of them like desperately try to grift in the direction of Hassan. And I think that, so this is why I said a long time ago that I think Hassan gets a lot of talking points from just because they message him talking points about my lawsuit or about me, so it's where a lot of the weird insults come. And then this is why Hassan retweets and amplifies some of their things that get posted online. So like Hassan retweeted and amplified that Kilo video, the one that I was going to watch this and I couldn't, dude. It was like fucking 4 hours. I don't give a fuck. Fuck. That one, it was like a 4-hour hit piece video that was made recently, but Hassan like retweeted it. But it's because these guys are all like communicating with him, and they all go back and forth.
I looked at the context. He's saying, a two-way racist relationship, imagine how hot that would be. You're my little K-word, you're my little sand redacted.
Was Chudlogic in that server? I don't think so, but so some of them are careful. So Chud is careful. Gisticle thinks he's slick and careful, but not careful enough. Chud loves all of these people, though, and directly works with a lot of them. Anytime you see Chud attacking a person, it's probably because somebody like Queeman or Gisticle. The problem with Chud is just a weak man. He has no spine, no soul. He has no integrity. He can't do anything on his own. He has to be riding with all of these weird spin-off derivatives from Spicy Shit. And this is why a lot of the other people in the commentary community fucking hate Chudlogic and Queeman and all these guys now, because they spam report channels. I don't know if they do the we'll see. They coordinate like spam report of harassment campaigns and everything else, try to get like channels shut down and everything else yeah. And Chudlogic is part of that group of people, and he's too much of a pussy to ever push back or challenge any of them. And I think this is why the other commentary people are very not like, have all kind of like broken off of like Chudlogic and shit.
A two-way racist relationship, imagine how hot that would be. You're my little K-word, you're my little sand redacted. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is that like the person who sent me this, knowing what the context was, is like, this is like a racket, okay? This is like a smear campaign, okay? That's some bad faith right there. Fuck. And just been spending like the weekend going through a bunch of these and being like, oh my god, I'm like fucking Neo, and I feel bad. I feel like an asshole now. I feel like a dumb fuck because I literally spent like I took a stream to talk about this like misogyny in the community and like and specifically David in particular. And David in particular. So yeah, ouchie, big ouch. Life is ironic. Sulfur gets like it's just it's just lots of that. I don't know, like, which to me like doing. Also, I will say, having seen a tiny sliver of information from this Discord that is that I've been told about, the fact that even this, or even this if it were in isolation, or the full context, whatever, like even the fact that this is being used as evidence against someone is just so like it's so fun. It's so ironic to me now that I've seen the kind of shit that these people say when I guess they don't think anyone's watching because they're just like a very small group of people. But I don't really know what I want to do with it though, because it's just I've kind of been wanting to avoid the drama a bit recently.
When did Jessica become such a massive anti-fan? Wasn't he waiting for like a year? It was over the whole cherry, pixie, all that shit. But the problem is that initially he was a big anti-fan of mine, but you can only sustain a community so long on that. And then also like your claims start to come back to bite you in the ass. Because keep in mind that even today, like the reality of like where my court case is versus where a lot of these people think they're at, like I'm so close and I'm about to get like fucking jailed as a rapist and everything else. But like when the court case wasn't producing the fruit that they wanted it to, the coverage became less and less. And then Jessica kind of has to pivot to something different. So he tries to talk politics now. And by politics, I mean he just echoes and mirrors every single thing the far left or Hassan says, and then attacks every single thing Ethan or me or anybody ostensibly not like ultra like pro nuke Israel is, but it's just cringe as fuck. But that's all. Yeah. But that's the pivot that they tried to make. But I think he gets like 400 or so viewers. It's not like the problem is his main audience doesn't really like politics that much, and that none of his audience is even there for it. That's why when I showed you those clips a few days ago, Jessica was getting mad, and he was like, I'm banning everybody, or everybody in my Discord has to talk about like the stream now. You can't talk about random stuff, because those people just didn't watch him as much anymore, and they never talked about what was on stream anymore, because it was because he's just not very good when it comes to politics. Or actually, I don't even know if I could say that. He might be able to do politics, but the problem is he has to twist and contort his mind so much in order to make anything make sense, because obviously the Hassan shit, everything is just so cringe and impossible to defend. Yeah,
I've just not been enjoying it as much. But yeah, and also I'm not sure exactly how many of these screenshots I want to use, because I don't want to compromise my source. They did seem, for whatever reason, quite comfortable with me saying.
I confirm the drama community, specifically Tommy C. and Willie Mac Show, were annoyed that Nick Diorio built the Chudlogic bridge and lent him credibility because they'd always thought he had a no gay ups rule. I don't think Diorio. I think these guys all hate Diorio now, don't they?
That
because Diorio is like the Ethan Klein person, and now they all hate Ethan Klein and all that.
They really hate this kosher Kathy person.
Why do they hate Lonerbox? I think because of his proximity to me initially, and then because they feel like he hasn't disavowed me enough, and then now it's because of his position on Israel-Palestine is not strong enough.
Comfortable with me saying that they really hate this kosher Kathy person. For those of you who don't know, kosher Kathy is like a guy who is parodying the name of someone who leaked my DMs like a year ago, who has since apologized, by the way. Me and that person are like at peace. But this kosher Kathy person is a guy who has what I think is a fake Indian accent. It sounds like he's like faking an accent for whatever reason. And he goes under.
Willie Mac is friends with Chudlogic. I would be very surprised if that's still the case. The problem is that like I'm like barely getting into the black hole of like this drama, so I only get stuff that I read tangentially because I'm only interested in the stuff that involves me directly. But the impression that I've got is that everybody hates Chudlogic now. Chudlogic had a huge schism because everybody in the commentary community, I think a lot of these guys are too fucking pussy to talk about it, but I don't give a fuck. I get swatted every fucking month now, so whatever. Are too scared to talk about a lot of these people like Queen and Logistical and Chudlogic. They probably are the ones swatting me, actually. I guess that does make the most sense. It would make sense. I guess that would be why they're too scared. I shouldn't call them pussies, I guess. I don't know.
Multiple aliases, and he argued with me on Kalinda's stream once. And he's a total fucking psycho. Like, he keeps trying to get me banned for every time I tell someone to kill themselves in a video game, he'll like apparently go to people and tell them to spam report me for wishing harm, which again, from a community like this is so ironic. But yeah, like apparently that's kind of why this Good Samaritan has come to me because they hate this Kathy. I don't know. Apparently they're quite comfortable with me saying that because that wouldn't compromise their identity. Because apparently there's an internal rift going on with them. The reason I thought JSOC might be involved in this little thing as well, which is again odd because I thought JSOC was generally okay with me, and I didn't really have that much like to say about him. But I'm like again, I'm not going to show this, but I can just read it out. This is him saying, at Queeman, I'm being told a very interesting direction to go with in terms of Lonerbox stuff is counting donation numbers and seeing how the opinion shifts. Queeman replies, what do you mean? JSub says, well, essentially, he starts collabing with Destiny. He starts getting Zio donors. And as they start to massively outstrip pro-Palestine super chats, ellipses, you get it. And that's a really odd conclusion to jump to. For a few reasons. One, because you realize that most of these opinion shifts that I made, which were not as big as people are making them out to be, were made quite publicly with me going through the research and the evidence as I was doing it. But also were being made at a time when, these guys would understand this, when Hassan was friendly with me, when Hassan was shouting out my stuff. So you really think that in a time when pro-Palestine activism is becoming the biggest protest movement since BLM, when I've got Hassan in one ear being like, oh yeah, really good work, man, really good moral clarity, shout out your work, and I watch this on stream, and then what, Destiny, the soiled fucking sex demon gnome fuck, really I'm sitting there, I'm choosing, yeah, you know what, I think the best thing for my career is going to be to hang out with this.
The reason also, by the way, I don't know if I said this earlier, if you figured this out, the reason why Gisticle and Kiwi Farms and the Snark subreddit are posting that stuff today is, so the way this sounds so schizo, it'll make more sense when I release my manifesto, okay? I can back up everything I'm saying, and you're going to kind of see it now, I guess, and now we have a little bit more public evidence that's come out, is that they operate kind of like on rings of like protection. So Gisticle has like his Discord server. I think he banned the Destiny E-rape room or whatever, where they would debate my court case. So he has his Discord server where they kind of talk whatever, but then they have like sequentially like more secure Discords where they think the numbers are small and they think that they're safe and nobody's actually leaking anything from there. And in the deeper places is where they kind of do the coordination, and then it doesn't show up in the outer places as much, but I think what Lonerbox is about to talk about is leaking from a deeper place here, and that's why they kind of got super rattled. I think, was this yesterday or the day before? And they're like, oh shit, like we need to fucking get Ethan to sue Destiny, and this is like fucked, and what the fuck, whatever. And that's why Gisticle was freaking out in his Discord server. I think I showed you those messages earlier. He's like, what the fuck? Didn't Destiny say this about Ethan? Isn't he the real pedo accuser? And then it's why it showed up on that H3 Snark subreddit, and it's why it showed up on my Kiwi Farms thread as well.
With this guy, with Destiny, rather than the crowd that was clearly making the waves. Also, if you want to normally when you start saying, let's look at super chats and see where opinions are shifting, normally if you want to ascribe that kind of incentive, you would usually do that after you've proven an opinion shift that cannot be justified. After being like, you used to say this, now you say this, and there's no good explanation. If I asked you why you changed this opinion, you would not have a good explanation. Normally that's kind of like the first step, but I guess they skipped that. I don't know. I don't even know how serious that comment is, but interesting to say the least. Interesting.
By the way, I can say this now too. The reason why Gisticle will debate other people, but you saw in the past that he said, if Destiny shows up, I'm out. I'm not going to do this if Destiny is because there are a few things that if I were to say them, he would have to leave immediately because it would just be like, oh shit, like I'm fucked. Like if he confronts me on a particular thing, in terms of like the way that they plot or whatever, he would have to leave and he wouldn't be able to answer it and it would be fucked. But this is why he only has to deal with these like outer ring people who are naive. So like Soy Pill or Pisco, they don't understand the dynamics of all of this and they have to avoid anybody who actually knows what's going on.
But yeah, I'm
so confused as to why or how they care so much about destroying your life. It just doesn't compute. I don't know if I'll ever, that's like a theory of mind thing that I can't understand. I have no idea how you can become so obsessed over shit like this. And then the weird they do this like the gaslighting shit all the time too. They always do this thing where they're like, oh, you think there's a cabal here? Oh, what? But he's saying this like in his public Discord, but obviously in their inner ring Discord, they're kind of laughing at this at the same time. But it's funny too because sometimes they're like, wait a second, does he have a thing here or do they know anything about this here or whatever? But unironically,
what am I doing? Maybe I'll learn how to actually open the file. That'll be stage one. In which case, thank you for the shekels, capital SH.
Saluting face emoji.
Yeah, because that's where the money's at. That's where the left-leaning streamer growth is at right now, right? Or in the last 2 or 3 years, it's defending Israel against claims that I think are erroneous. Okay. I'll show you one more thing. This was just so ridiculous to me. This is one I was showing a little while ago, but I know where it comes from now. It comes from the server. So this is around the time when I was kind of on and off streaming a little bit, and there was a whole narrative building up about me dodging a debate with Queeman, even though, again, like Queeman hadn't asked me for a debate. He didn't even DM me asking. I guess at this point now I have pretty good, I've got good reasons to not want to be involved with these people. But I guess he was just relying on like the other little droogs from this Discord to come and do like the debate Queeman spam, and apparently that's the thing I'm dodging. But like, someone from that server post this tweet saying, Lonerbox doesn't even debate anymore. He just looks at you like this whenever you disagree, and it's Brendan Fraser from The Whale. And Hassan Abi liked it when it had 40 likes. And obviously you can't see who likes other people's tweets anymore. So I'm guessing Hassan does this when he doesn't think other people are looking. But I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Because after dodging debates and debate requests with me and however many other people who you know full well would blow you the fuck out on any of these topics, like, are you seriously doing this? Excuse me? Like, sorry, like, you can sit there and think that I would rather not talk to Queeman for the moment because I guess he's just that level of superior intelligence. You know, like I'll sit there and talk with Chris Kunzler for 4 hours. You know, like master's degree in Middle East studies, literally just letting him take the conversation in whichever direction he wants to, which is also quite a dangerous.
I know the people came from your community, but how did Queeman come into any of it? Why does he hate you? I think that he legitimately was a lefty who hated me. But I don't really know. So the weird thing about Queeman was that when Gisticle was still friends with me, I think even he acknowledged that Queeman hated me, but every single time I was in a call with Queeman or Queeman was on some show with me, he was always like too much of a pussy to ever actually confront me on anything because everybody would roast him and make fun of him for it because on his own stream, he would be saying like insane, like unhinged shit about me. But then as soon as we would be, because I think we were on a kick or keep thing together. And then there's another thing, he would just never really say anything at all to me. And then people would kind of roast him for that. But he might have been, he might have been a fan of mine a long time ago. But also, by the way, the solo character, the guy who leaked all my videos and sex trafficked that girl that none of these guys care about, that guy was a Queeman fan and was an active poster in his Discord when he did all the leaking and everything too. Great.
Dangerous thing to do if you're talking to someone who knows what they're talking about, because they can go into theirs, they're more confident, whatever. I'll do that for 4 hours. I'll argue with Benny Morris about one of his citations on a very niche historical detail of the 1920 San Remo conference. But yeah, sure, bro. Queeman's that's where the rigor is just too much. Okay, Hassan, I'll be like, it's fucking crazy, man. But how fucking pathetic. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know, very exciting. And I've got like Sulfur apparently leading the charge, and I guess getting some help to write this little script against me. Although I'm really not sure of the angle here. I saw a list of notes that she'd made because she links it in this Discord. Like the problem with Sulfur as well is like she's just incoherent. She's just like, not for a lack of trying. She tries to read stuff and I'm sure she's read some of the 90-page documents that she cites, but the problem is she seems to not be able to understand any of it. Like, or just like the way she processes information is just really strange. She's got this thing here, like she's been trolling through my stream. Yeah, this is a stream, it's not a VOD. It's not a segment, it's like 4 hours. Like, this is one example. Maybe a snarkable moment. I've legitimately never heard him call the West Bank or Israel, Judea, and Samaria before.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Or not even descriptively. So snarkable moment. Is Lonerbox starting to just call it Judea and Samaria before? Is that what I'm doing? I don't usually say West Bank. Or why am I saying? Well, I mean, you can look at the context of why I said Judea and Samaria. Where's her timestamp here? Yeah, this. Snarkable moment, eh? But again, this is like, you can make up your minds. This is the timestamp that she gives. Point that goes, oh, so the Jews get right of return from 2,000 years ago, but Palestinians don't get right of return from 75 years ago. Well, it's like, these are apples and oranges, because when Jews claimed their right of return, quote unquote, to Israel at the beginning of Zionism, where did they go? They didn't go to most of them, for the overwhelming majority, didn't go to the ancient Jewish like religious sites or like to the hills of Judea and Samaria and all that. They went to the coast and they built new areas. Like they weren't trying to go back to the exact coordinates of whatever house their family was in 1,000 years ago. Whereas Palestinian right of return,
okay, I don't need to go over every single position that this guy has on fucking Israel Palestine. Are you going to go over the Lonerbox stream from today where he goes over some of the logs from Pisco server? Link me the thing today. I don't need to watch him do his Israel Palestine position for 40 minutes. Do you guys know who Mawand is? Have you guys ever heard of this person before? I don't know if she's in it's the Sulfur. Oh, is that the same person? Fuck. I suck at this because all this shit goes, all these guys rename themselves constantly. All these guys have different pictures constantly. I don't even know if they do it as a meme or it's to fucking confuse people, but okay. So that's that person? Yeah. I don't think this got posted anywhere, did it? I had like a 2-hour voice call with this person once off stream in one of these fucking, I say voice call, but it was in a Discord server. And it was just like the amount of like theory crafting and facts of my case and everything for these people is just like, let me just say that when I say that like Pixie's legal team gets all of their arguments from this fucking server, there's a reason why that it does. They all theory like the same thing. The reason why I was so ready for my deposition is because every argument that Joanne brought up all came from these snark servers. Fucking retarded and crazy as that is, like
that sounds like I'm referencing Jewish opinions on.
How long you anticipate the manifesto to be? My whole presentation on the case is probably going to be like 8 hours long because I have to walk through the whole court case. You can link me. Oh wait, fuck yeah, I have the link today.
Okay, yeah, why not? All right, some memes, just some memes. I don't even know what server this is from. I guess it's just Fallout. I guess this is when they knew that the server was compromised. Video being made by Sulfur, secret Discord logs. Says communities engaging in some sort of brigading. Calls him unemployed. LeMayo. You're being talked about. Like, my wand. Lonerbox is using all the worst tactics as employed by his favorite streamer, clearly webbing it all together.
Webbing.
Is that what I'm doing? I feel like I named people pretty specifically, but okay. He must be ill-informed. Someone's leaking your shit. Who put LB up to this? Haha, wouldn't they like to know? Script about Lonerbox. Work a regular job and Karen is shit talking behind your back every day. Doesn't mean you have to crash out about Karen. He's just mad about my one because...
Will the manifesto be able to show direct connection between Pixie's lawyers and these communities? Yeah, I've already shown that on stream. Yeah. It's funny because Joanne didn't turn over all of those emails to us because she claimed attorney-client privilege. I have no fucking idea how. But Joanne was in direct communication with Sabasexual, who was one of the most active members of Justicle's community, where they were all theory crafting how to get Pixie to take me down as a fucking pedophile or whatever. But yeah, 100%, yes. I'm pretty sure I've showed that on stream before.
She called him out in his Discord. That's exactly why. Not that she's completely fucking insane. Are they going to engage with the evidence that I showed of her being kind of like full of shit? But genocide scholar Lonerbox, okay. Audience captured. Oh, J-Stocks said Loner's audience captured. And makes more money being pro-Israel. That's always what happens, isn't it? That's definitely where the money's at these days. Kilo stuff must have them all on edge. If they're referring to a video. Speaking of on edge, my DMs yesterday. And who's on edge? Holy fuck. Unintentionally falling down holes.
I'm just reading off. Fuck. These are all like on a dry right now, so dragging these are all annoying as fuck. But like Saba was posting this message in the Justical. Well, fuck. I guess probably it's better if I show it. Keep in mind that Pixie would have to be involved in this as well because she's greenlighting her lawyer doing these things too. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've shown these on stream before. This is Sabasexual posting this in Justicle's Discord server, and then there's a screenshot of him communicating with Joanne. By the way, I've never gotten these emails in Discovery before. I am entitled to these, but what the fuck ever. That's him emailing Joanne. The identity of Rose has been found by some people at, unfortunately, Kiwi Farms. By the way, that was also a fucking lie. If you read their filings, they said that they found her by hiring a private investigator. That was a total fucking lie, but I already knew that. I've done some of my own research to try and confirm the details and the moles. Joanne says, thank you. This is very helpful information. Much appreciated. I've made contact with Rose via email and told her to contact you with Solo's information. If she doesn't contact you within the next few days, let me know and I'll give you her actual address, her email address. Thank you, Callum. We will definitely let you know if we do not hear from Rose. We are very interested in speaking with Solo and Rose, if at all possible. I think that was on the 25th and then 26th. Hey, we haven't heard anything from Rose yet. We would very much like to speak with her. Could you facilitate that or send us her email address so we can try to communicate with her? Thank you, Joan. I've been contacting her through this email address. Thank you. So yeah, this is Stephen Dragman. Just say what you want to correct. I'm not dragging you for a 20-hour talk because I got one minor fact wrong. You want to correct the minor fact. Put it in the chat. Jesus. But yeah, this is like, yeah, Pixie connected to her lawyer, connected to fucking Sabasexual, who's literally posting this in fucking Justicle's Discord server. That is, yeah. Yeah, they're all, and then all of these people all like theory craft on like, the last I saw, I was looking through all of them going through they were theory crafting on like Florida laws that that Pixie could maybe still sue me under if the current court case falls through. So I don't know if they're trying to pass, I don't know, it's just fucking insane.
He's like about grifting or falling into a bubble. She's a snarker, attempts to show that guy Lonerbox means he's a sex match or something. I think when the time comes to decide whether to double down or back off, that's where the true test of character is, by the way. My one did nothing wrong, by the way. Obviously, they would say that, whoever that is. Seems like a nothing burger. Who is this person? This person's talking a lot. I'm a public figure, and people don't like me, and that's wrong. That's exactly what I was saying, true. Okay.
How can they lie so much in filings? When was it going to catch up to them all the way at trial? We'll find out after the trial, I guess. I don't know what I can countersue for. The problem is that, like, sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. Okay. Sasha Lynn in YouTube chat says, I approve that those Rose messages were posted online 2 years prior to when I still got them. Sasha Lynn, I love you. You're a great person. You absolutely need to get help, okay? I don't even know if I should be talking directly to you, but you definitely need to get, like, medical help, okay? 100%, okay? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's actionable. Apparently in court you can literally do whatever the fuck you want to do because nobody gives a fuck about our court system. So I don't know. But like I said, at the end of this court case, I'll see what sanctions are available to me. But it's a matter of like, is it worth it to go after them? How much litigation would it take? Whatever. Yeah.
That's just a bit of cope. My one's credibility is called into question.
I asked this before, but how much do you think Pixie's lied to her parents about this case? No clue. Probably a ton, would be my guess. They probably thought she was a virgin before everything, would be my guess, but I don't know. I don't know her conversation with her fucking parents.
fake news. I mean, it's just like, it's so obvious. Like, how the fuck would you not know? How could you not? I didn't actually know that she was up to even more crazy shit than just with the David thing. That there was even more stuff going on there. One of the things that she did when she was accusing David, by the way, was she listed multiple people.
Do you know, or do your attorneys know about them not disclosing this information? What do they think you should do? They think it's all bullshit. But like the question is like, do they want to start writing motions to compel them to give us information that has no bearing on our court case? That's the thing, right? Because they're going to respond, and then my lawyers have to reply, and then it's going to be another, like, do we really want to put 50 more motions fully briefed in front of the judge to get, to compel them to turn over stuff that has absolutely no bearing on our case? I guess that's the issue. Maybe in the totality of things at the end of this, maybe there is some countersuit available to me. I'm not sure, but...
It was apparently he was sexually harassing. She named 3 people. 2 of them were the same person. They were 2 different names. And that same person had to come out and say that she wasn't even sexually harassed at all. Like, it was so stupid. It was so fucking dumb. David from our chat. Yeah, not the David who chopped up his girlfriend and put her in a car or something. Not that David, no. We know she didn't do anything wrong. She's being targeted. Oh, it's targeting when I do it. Okay. What the fuck? When you're being attacked by a Zio cuck such as Lonerbox, you're on the right side. Oh, I know this name. Fire. Loser. All right.
These are messages from Jessica's Discord server? Okay. I don't know if I covered this that much. David is still guilty? Excuse me. Innocent until proven guilty. Okay.
I hope Lonerbox didn't imply this. He would look very stupid. Imply what? That I had the server, or? They're promoting the article? Okay. I'm not replying to anyone. Love you. She was like spreading out to my mods as well. Wonder if I have one of them.
Okay, I know you don't care, but I take it back, saying it's wrong for you to keep up with all this shit, and it's better for you to ignore it. I didn't realize they were working this much with Jane Doe. Yeah, I don't think you realize that, like, I could go through my deposition and look, like, almost every single argument that Joanne was throwing at me were all, talking about, like, the best depo prep of my life. All of them were Kiwi Farms conspiracy theories. There was not a single factual, actual argument that they have in that deposition. I don't even know how much they quoted from the deposition. Remember that they were so hungry to get from me for so long that all of Kiwi Farms and all of Discourse Server were all saying that once I'm deposed, it's all the fucking that loser, the legal mindset lawyer guy, all these guys, as soon as he gets deposed, it's all over for him. It's going to be the end. And it's just like, okay. And all of it was like just stupid fucking Kiwi Farms theories and then asking me about it all over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, Joanne was trying to push me on a number. Do acknowledge that she got, quote unquote, severely fucked over through no fault of her own, and then please turn to 1449 on December 12th at 2:05 p.m. You were offering to help her financially. Is that what you were doing? And then I said, at the request of her friend Erin, I think she originally suggested it, and then I sent her, Pixie, a message, yes. Let me clarify that. Who requested it? Erin? I said, Erin initially suggested it, yes. Did you offer money to plaintiff? Yes. Okay. That's the reason you made this offer on December 12th? Yes. And how much money were you thinking you were going to give her? I have no idea. But you made the offer. Who would know? Joanne and Butler started arguing again. I said, no specific dollar amount was talked about. Plaintiff never offered a dollar amount. No specific dollar amount was ever discussed. Joanne says, were you thinking $500 would make her pain go away? So I have absolutely no idea. You didn't have any number in your head? No. And then after plaintiff posted her Substack, you ceased being willing to make any monetary compensation. Is that right? I said, we never really got to that point in the conversation. I think this conversation on December 12th was the last time we communicated, and then she removed me, I believe, from Discord as a friend, and we didn't speak after that. No, you did not speak after that, but through counsel you spoke right in terms of trying to resolve this matter amicably without filing suit. And I said, just to be clear, is a $1 million demand letter considered amicably trying to resolve? And she says, I wasn't asking what plaintiff was asking. I'm asking you what you were offering at that point. I said, there was no specific dollar amount that I discussed. And you've maintained ever since plaintiff served the demand letter on you that you wouldn't resolve this case unless she apologized to you. Is that right? I said, for the Substack that she posted, correct. Not apologized to me, but clarified a lot of the misleading or libelous statements in the Substack, yes. Okay, you didn't say that you wanted her to apologize? I don't recall saying that. If I did, it was part of a longer statement. That is meaningless without context. So after you disclosed the video without her consent, and it was published and you acknowledged she was severely fucked over and suffering from suicidal ideation, you then went on a campaign to harass and smear her, didn't you? Said I had a big disagreement with the plaintiff over whether or not I had the consent to share the video with anybody, and then I would disagree with the characterization that I went on a harassment campaign. Fortunately, we stepped back and forth. The only way to defend yourself seems to be to attack the other person or cast the other person in a negative light by byproduct of defending your own action, so I wouldn't characterize my statement of my side of things as a harassment campaign against her. So when you went online and posted that plaintiff was just trying to extort you, is that not harassment? My understanding was that this was a fair statement of what had factually occurred up to that point. I wouldn't consider that harassment any more than her public statements towards me. We've talked about Gisticle. Who is Queeman? I'm not sure. He's kind of a weird guy that lives online. Might be British, might not be. I don't know. Does he stream? I don't know. He does YouTube videos. Gisticle does. He's a streamer, correct? Yes. This like 60-year-old woman asking me about this stupid fucking Hannah Brooks chick, this weirdo fucking crackhead, not crackhead, she used to be a heroin addict. I tried to fucking delete some of the messages and post them in Gisticle's Discord saying that I was offering to send her Pixie's videos because I mentioned that my shit had gotten leaked on fucking Kiwi Farms. Good one. She asked me if I had logs of literally the entire, all of my DGG chat. They gave us a new picture of the Abby message, but it still like has a bunch of marker things. Joanna's trying to ask me a question about it. Well, this is a message to by Abby. You understand that, right? And she's saying that she received a sex tape of both Cherry and Pixie, and she sends that message at 10:41 a.m. But you didn't send those two videos until 2:39 p.m. that same day. I said, I can attest to the production that I gave for this case. I produced everything that was in my power to produce that I have archived. I don't know what I'm looking at here. This was presented to me as an unredacted screenshot of some Discord conversations, but it doesn't seem to be. For instance, I can't read any of the message at 10:42 a.m. on this page. Can you? So I'm not sure what unredacted means, and there are huge chunks missing, so I don't even know if this is a Discord message. I can't speak to this. I don't know what this is at all, unfortunately. Okay, but you also saw Abby's declaration to the court where she said that she received videos of Cherry and Pixie on November 3rd, right? I don't know if she said she received videos of Cherry. I think it was just a Pixie. Well, I'm going to represent to you this declaration, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is all boring. This is retarded shit. This is all retarded.
Let's talk about a different server. It's not that server, it's a different one. The one that she's talking about, it was made when a bunch of the leftist Israelis wanted to leave loners because they hated debating with people that it was unacceptable to starve babies. Like, she's such a fucking cunt, man. Like, what a stupid, accurate.
This Marwan person, I wish I could, dude, this woman is so fucking crazy. She has to be, it's got to be people living on, disability or, mentally ill. We had a whole talk about my court case and stuff related to it, and I think she, because these are people who think that I fucking sexually harassed Anne of War and stuff. This was a write-up that she had after we had, because I had a long conversation with her, an hour or two. This was December 18th, so this would have been 5 or 6 months ago. Things that Destiny has said. He's $500,000 in debt. Okay. He thinks that Pixie Substack was... Wait, is this even about our convo? Oh, this is something else. This person... Wait, this isn't even Marwan. Or no, wait, is this Marwan? She writes and talks so much about fucking everything. I don't know how she has the time. Whatever she's writing here about, Lonerbox, she does the same about me. I think she's done it about other people, too. She writes and writes and writes and talks and talks and talks so much for hours every day. It is insane how much she obsessively, and it's the craziest narrativizing as well. Holy shit. Oh, that is one of her AKAs, or that was her name? Oh, I remember some of this conversation too now. Marwan was trying to make this argument that I am, that I'm sexually abusive based on some inventory of, or kind of I don't remember. It was so crazy. This woman is fucking insane, bro. Get me the fuck out of here. God, I can't wait till this lawsuit is over. Fuck, can I find it in here? Hold on. Oh, it was this. He thinks that he's not abusive. He's not vindictive. He is not a vindictive sex offender. She tried to label him as a vindictive sex offender, and then she brought up some vindictive sex offender inventory that we went through, and she asked me questions on. He disagrees with the typology. Did not fight me for very long on the sex offender bit, beyond objecting to the use of the word rapist typology. Just but some of the things are have you ever said a mean thing about somebody you've had sex with? It was just it was the most retarded. Oh my God, bro. Please get me the fuck out of here. I tried to correct his retelling of the Saba emails. I don't know if I've read all this before. Sorry, hold on. As he had them out of order, he begins to loudly guffaw and tries to make the case that Saba was menacing Rose and threatening her implicitly, quid pro quo, more guffawing about how I would obviously be very easily scammed as I didn't agree to his hypothetical. It's like when the mob comes to shake you down, he knows all this information about her, and he mentions Joan, he's threatening her. I try to explain that Saba was already trying to pull down profiles of hers. The act was already done. But he could do something. Oh, because Saba does this thing where he'll find like incriminating information of a woman online. Apparently he's done this to multiple other women in the past too. We saw the one from Darius's server where he was like reaching out and texting that girl that he was obsessed with that Darius met on Tinder or whatever. Apparently, I don't know if I've said this before, apparently Sabasexual also did this to Kelly Jean, where he found old shit of hers, potentially underage shit, I don't know, and got it removed from the internet and was like messaging Kelly Jean telling her about this. Is the Marwa person the heroin addict? No, that's another girl called Hannah. I don't even think she's on any of these Discords anymore. She's just a fucking weirdo loser. Desi, do you think streamers contribute to the decline in political discourse quality? Probably. And if so, how do you think your role has been in that? I try to do the best I can. Nobody wants to engage me on it though, so what are you going to do? TLDR, I didn't intend to spend 5+ hours on a call with a predator. There's no way that the call was 5+ hours. I thought it was like an hour or two. I asked one question to Zipzip because I misheard or misunderstood his statement about Destiny transmitting the video after Morale and everyone. Oh, Morale, that one crazy fucking weirdo, is also part of this group of people. And I got dragged into the nonsense. All these people, because I said this before. I probably know why I jumped in. It's because these people would they would go around and they will do Discord talks. They'll be on VCs and all of these Discords arguing about Lav and about Anavoir and about Melina and just like for 6 hours just to go people from the server oh guys, hit up Loner, we're in Loner server right now, we gotta have the debate. And it's just like, why? How? Holy shit. Wait, Destiny, she made this. Hold on, somebody just sent me something. Oh, she did a whole thing on Turkey Tom as well. Bro, kill me. This is like so gang stalky weird. I hate all of this shit. It's so annoying. And the fact that Hassan signs off on all of it too. I think this was about Turkey Tom and about she accused him of sexually abuse. This is like the fucking, she's the final boss of unemployment. This is like crazy over here, dude. Properties. Opening this toggle makes everything look crazy. It's mostly for how Notion calculates relationship pages, groups, people, etc. I wish I could remember how stupid this was. She accused tomfoolery, I think, of it was fucking a mod, or it was retarded. Whatever it was, if you saw this and then you knew what the actual thing was, it was so fucking stupid. About what the actual accusation, at its word. Oh my god. Oh, kill me, bro. Is Maywan Beast Brosas? I don't think so. They all work together, though. What is this being posted from? Like I said, my crime is narrating an article that is too long and roughly formatted for people to get into. I actually think the article is much more about just the genocide in Gaza, personally. And the reason I'm putting it together, all of the weirdo Hassan fans, the snarker people, the logistical people, this is all they do all day, bro. It's insane. It is crazy. I've never seen infrastructure. And then meanwhile, the people on the right are all getting Russians to pay them to make videos about politics. Go to the very top and click statement of purpose. What? She recorded it? Holy shit, wait.
Statement of purpose. This is a timeline of events that I felt compelled to write after being dragged into a drama I had privately avoided for a period of several months. After ending a cordial friendship, if anyone can in fact be friends with a streamer on the internet, publicly with Tom in the early winter months of 2024. I was later dragged into a weird drama that he had otherwise long held against a streamer named Queeman, who I'd never spoken to, despite enjoying his content and occasionally kicking donations to. Tom's issue with Queeman had nothing to do with me, though he had vented often about his feelings to me privately about people like Queeman and Spicy Chat, mischief makers in the Chudlogic extended universe. Thank you, Chopper, for walking by just now.
Just so you know, when Hassan is calling me a sex pest or doing whatever, this is the community and stuff that is generating all of the drama and all the information. These are the people that are powering Pixie's side of the court case right now. This is them.
Buddy, get out of the way. I love you.
Is there a way I can 2x this?
When small events, like brigading, Tom's word, would happen, in Tom's desperation to lash out at Queeman, who had been openly mocking Tom for his antics for a period of time that well preceded my own involvement in this space, Realistically, I still don't understand why Tom brought me up, but one thing led to another. Tom wanted to debate me, and that is absolutely his word. I was not interested in a debate. We had spent 3 days of back and forth DMs, where essentially he was trying to get me to admit in writing to say something that I had never said about Queeman. Rather J-Stock, another streamer who has also at various points in time taken an opportunity to laugh at and cover.
Okay, so earlier I was doing a little tongue-in-cheek side when I was like, where's the DGG harassment thing? This is what I'm referring to. These guys pretend that like this shit, this infrastructure exists like anywhere on my side of the internet. I have like, the closest I have to this is like a Discord chat with like 9 people who, if I beg them, like, can you give me a link to this tweet? Will find it for me sometimes. Or I used to, not after the court case or everything, because I think most of them think I'm a rapist now. But like, this is just like this, the infrastructure and the amount of like insanity that these people, it's just fucking crazy.
Tom's content. And more or less it ended with Tom demanding I retract claims that Tom was a liar. A totally different point.
By the way, also, because I know all of them are listening to me right now, if any of you, Marwand or any of you fucking weirdos, or Gisticle, or Doobie, if you want to chat about this, feel free to hop in stream Discord, so I'll drag you up. None of them will, of course, because they all know this is fucking unhinged and crazy, but...
Then we entered this so-called debate in or for. Given that I have an inquisitive nature, and the fact that I was reasonably furious at Tom having dragged me into a conflict that had nothing to do with me, and he lied while doing it, I decided to try and lay out the bones of what happened. The classic, why are we here? How did we get here? I never intended to involve myself in Tom's behavior with other people, and especially in the fallout from the February Mantis nude leak, Sass Leaves community fiasco, because it wasn't actually my business. The one time I did try, I was advised that Tom was actually trying to use me to circumvent a block. Perhaps it was my own friendship with Sass, or that priming on the fact that he had been told by another person that his contact wasn't actually welcome, that caused me to begin mentally calculating the fact that Tom probably lied in other situations. Regardless, outside of a few offhanded comments, a single instance of me joining a call with STV Philly, may God just... Ooh, there's much lore there, but I won't get into it.
Have you tried contacting Hassan on this issue? He seems to be genuinely unaware. You're retarded. You're fucking retarded. He's absolutely aware, and he absolutely supports and condones all of this. That's why he retweets them, and they know it too, because every single time Hassan likes one of their tweets and shit, they would post about it, and they say, oh yeah, check this out, because Hassan is signal boosting them with likes. The reason why Hassan likes some tweets, but he doesn't retweet them, is because you can't see likes. So the like will get the boost in the algorithm, but he won't retweet it because he doesn't want people to know that he's that closely associated. Hassan is 1,000,000,000% clued into all of this.
But anyways, I was trying to yell at Philly about claims more or less Philly would.
Destiny, did I miss it, or what is this girl complaining about? Good question. See if you can figure it out by the end of this.
Is defending Tom's using a credential, saying he was a linguist. Philly was being infuriating, and I just became so incensed that I jumped in. And obviously what I said is that Tom's not a linguist. This is not something that he possesses as any kind of academic credential. And realistically, anyways, there was one other instance, one phrase written in parentheses. Quote, parentheses, I would say Tom lied about me and Beckett and Sick, or at least there was a willful mischaracterizing.
Oh, and then if you're not aware, the guy who does most of the clipping and everything that feeds the videos to the substance and then posts shit on Kiwi Farms directly is the Ryle Kittenhouse guy, by the way. You don't see him as much anymore because he changed up his name and shit after I found him. But that's the guy who like is feeding videos to all these people too. So he's still very much there in the background.
End of parentheses.
How come there's no legal recourse against the snarkers? Because it's just, you can stalk people online. It's not illegal. Nothing they're doing is illegal. Just
end of quote. But Tom decided to approach me in bad faith with unclean hands to make me issue a retraction over that single sentence. Unfortunately, I did give a partial retraction after approximately an hour of him strong-arming me to give such a concession, despite my repeated soft rebuttals as I had done 3 days leading up to this conversation on June 3rd. Obviously, I know now I should have never given such a retraction, because at the time I was still under the impression that my former, quote-unquote, friendly relationship with Tom couldn't have actually been a man that would approach me after I spent many months defending his idiocy, not his actions, against people like Keffels, and in one instance against Kelly Jean.
I'm way behind on stream, but I've seen even Gisticler say it's weird that Gisticle ignored this Lonerbox stream yesterday, even scrambling for content last night, even today, it's not in a stream title. So it's like, it's kind of weird to, dude, because so many people don't care about this. Even I have a hard time figuring this out. But like, a lot of the Gisticler Destiny anti-fans were people that came from my community, and they have opinion about me that, in my opinion, is obviously mostly retarded based on like the court case and all the retarded shit in the beginning. But a lot of them, they just kind of like have their own community now. They don't really fuck with Gisticle's new shit a lot, which is why they don't watch as much. But Gisticle has this weird thing where he's trying to maintain like that community and like foster this new weird like lefty snarker political community at the same time. But a lot of the people that are in the Gisticle server proper that like quote unquote don't like me or think I'm a rapist or whatever retarded shit they think from the court case, they're not like hardcore fucking bought into like all of this shit. Like, dude, I wish I knew I wish I was obsessed with these people. Am I making this up? Shellboner. None of you guys even know these people. I don't even know if I know these people, but like, this is a person who like probably thinks I'm a rapist or some bullshit or whatever. But she's like a Gisticle fan, but I don't think, and before I'm wrong about this, but like, I don't think that's like a person who just like is in Gisticle's community, but they're not like in all the back rooms and like these crazy fucking servers or whatever. I don't think they are. But they, so like if Gisticle doesn't cover stuff that seems like really interesting, Gisticle always has to make up like really weird excuses why he's not covering something. But the reason why is because in the secret back rooms, they're saying like, don't cover this, it looks bad for us, or like, we don't have a good excuse for this, or we can't really explain this right now. So just like say Destiny's being crazy or unhinged or whatever, and then just like ignore it. And that's generally Gisticle's go-to if he doesn't have a good way to, if he doesn't have a good way to counter what's being said, it's usually just him saying like, wow, Destiny's being fucking schizo as fuck right now. Like I can't even respond to this. It's like so fucking schizophrenic or whatever. Fuck. I think the last time he does that a lot when I go over any like court related documents now. And it's so funny. Oh, this Stacy person is fucking weird. Stassi? I mix this person. They change their name all the time too. But like they'll be talking about this. Like they're talking about like, how do you respond to Destiny when he's being so fucking schizophrenic? Like it's crazy. There's no way to counter the crazy lies that he makes up all the time. And it's like this guy was saying to Gisticle, it just always leaves you on the back foot. I think you can get out ahead, call out the retardation that is his coverage, and position his in life, move on. Constantly waiting for him to do stuff means 1, you'll be waiting forever. This guy does no work, LeMayo. 2, you already have had a bunch of motion from clippers like The Substance. And 3, the power of 3 compels me to write here. Sassy was East German secret police. Good one. That guy's crazy. He's on like all these weirdo servers 100%. Oh, but like when I was going over like stuff related to the depositions and a lot of the filings, especially with the depositions out, there's not really much room for these guys to make shit up anymore. Like Pixie has been a retarded cunt that's lied about almost everything involving this court case. And now that's like very painfully obvious. And I basically have the same story from the beginning of this court case. Like nothing has really changed on my end. But like anytime I cover stuff now, he always says like cope shit like this. Bro, I legitimately don't know how to cover his analysis of like 90 seconds of audio for my stream. He just rants about completely unrelated shit. It's so wild. I kind of want to cover it, but it's also boring and stupid and but it's like, yeah, it's always just like, this is so schizophrenically convoluted, it's not going. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah. Feels schizo. It is.
People like Ellen DeGenerate, tipster, like it's kind of retarded to me to think that this man.
Oh wait, what? Destiny, the convo you had with the schizo lady was in Pisco server. I remember because all the offline chat was getting banned from the server for streaming the VC.
Would approach me while lying about his own intentions and essentially ambush me in a debate I was not prepared for. More or less, after I was privately sent.
Oh, and then also these guys will all like try to go and boost like Pisco when he's fighting. Obviously, they always try to there's why Pisco's a fucking retard that I don't think should even have anything to do in lib spaces because he's just too retarded to navigate the space. But every time Pisco starts getting horny to fight with every other fucking co-host, these guys fucking love it. And they always drive the wedges. They drive the divisions. They'll be in Hutch's chat spamming shit. They'll be trying to like gas Pisco up and everything. And Pisco's too much of a fucking retard to realize anything going on. But these people play him every time on that shit. They fucking love seeing that stuff.
A message where Tom was gloating in his server about this conduct and this interaction, entirely showing his hand, by the way. I went nuclear. I asked a mutual to put up something that would burn Tom enough that he would stop acting with that.
Pisco's malicious as fuck. No, I wish he was. He's not. Pisco, I truly, genuinely, in my heart of hearts, I don't think that Pisco is malicious. I don't think he is. He's just fucking retarded. He doesn't understand any of these dynamics. That's it. Like, I wish I could say that he's like legitimately like working with these people, but he's not. I don't think Pisco is involved in any of these things. I think he's legitimately just fucking retarded. But he thinks he's like smart enough to be like above the partisanship, so none of it affects him or whatever.
Specific, smug indignity. Theoretically, would not destroy him should he recognize the play to be what it was, a roof knock, and that should he continue, I intended to collapse the structure he was firing from. It was mean. I'm a mean person. but his conduct with me in the fall was inappropriate enough at the time that I had to request several people to not mention it to him on my behalf. Food Shop still did, just to name me, as I believed, in some naivete that he was drinking and it was obviously getting out of control, and that he was certainly sober, he would not behave.
How about Shredder and Lauren? How are they involved in this? No comment on the first one. For the second one, I think Lauren is pretty careful. I don't know how much Lauren will show up in Discourse every now and then, but Lauren genuinely knows that if she got caught on a lot of this shit, she would be fucked. There's a reason why Pixie and Lauren rehearsed what her answer was going to be when she went to the deposition, to lie to our fucking faces about her contact with Lauren De Laguna. And there's a reason why Lauren, at the beginning of this court case, told Pixie that she was going to switch to Signal and then have every message auto-delete. Like, Lauren is very careful about, she knows, because Lauren knows that if like shit like this is fucking over, so she's careful.
Behaves the way that he did with me in September, October, and November. I then heard the way that he spoke first about Kelly.
What is the difference between Pisco and Soypill on this issue? They seem the same to me. Well, Soypill is also, like, Soypill's just not as, he's just not as retarded, and he's not as naive on the social dynamic, I guess. I think Soypill is good faith, too. I still think they're a little bit too charitable when you see that, like, these types of people are in their DMs all the time. And I think Soypill admitted it, right? That, I don't know if it was Gisticle directly DMing him or if it was the Kilotronics guy. That Kilo guy, by the way, when I was arguing with Soypill, and he said in the convo, I was actually... Fuck me, dude. I didn't know. Okay, here's how I know, actually. Fuck it. This is how I know. I knew that Kilo was in Soypill's DMs before I confronted Soypill on him being in the DMs. But when I brought him on stream and I asked him that question, the reason why I asked him, is anybody DMing you about it, is because in that point, if Soypill would have lied to me and said no, but I knew the truth was otherwise, then I would have known that Soypill was working with them and was trying to conceal that connection. But the fact that Soypill said yes and revealed that Kilo was the one DMing him, when I also know that Kilo doesn't want that stuff to be known publicly because he generally doesn't like it, because he's one of the logistical bridges to try to figure out how they feed information to people. So that's why, in my mind at least, well, maybe Soypill's changed it, but that was why I asked that question of Soypill, even though I already knew the answer or whatever. Jesus fuck. But yeah, so I don't think Sorbell's up to like some fuck shit or whatever.
Jean. And then again, later about 7. And I began to have a persistent but troubling thought that he might actually be engaging with others in a way that I had also felt, but not said anything about. And by the Keppel saga, I realized he didn't actually know.
If you want for a list of names of the people in like the, how did you know that he was in his DMs? Because Kilo and Gisticle and everybody else were talking about the things that they needed to feed the Soypill, right? When they're feeding information to people. So like, again, I know this sounds schizo. I'm so sorry, but like, remember I talk about like the rings. If Gisticle is out there messaging everybody, it looks crazy, right? So they use like other accounts, secondary or tertiary accounts, or secondary people to do the DMing. So rather than having Gisticle personally reaching out to people, all of them will kind of be like game theorying with Kilo, like, oh, you should tell the Soypill that Destiny like raped this girl, or Destiny did this, or that Destiny lied about this, or you should send him the link to Destiny saying this thing, or this, make this criticism, whatever. So they'll send the information to Kilo. Kilo will DM the Soypill, and then Gisticle and them have plausible deniability for ever being involved whatsoever, because Kilo doesn't really publicize who he DMs with, and they don't expect the Soypill to ever really talk about it, because why would he? But I asked him directly on that one stream, which I did. Yeah. In terms of like people that are in that server, I know that obviously that Substance guy's in there, and he fucking is the one who does all the tweets that'll sound a retweet. STV Philly's in there, by the way. Doobie is in there. Vadim is in there. Justicle's in there. Queeman's in there. Lav is in that server, although I don't think she's as active. The Kilo guy's obviously in there. Some weird guy called Nicandros or whatever is in there. Ogre Boy is obviously in there. That Ryle Kittenhouse guy is there. That weird Shamu dude is in there. Aaron is in there. Straighterit is in there. Yeah. Not all of the people that are in there are like... Not Electionite Vadim, that weird creationist cat Vadim. Not all of the people that I mentioned, though, are like the super schemer plotter dudes, but like they all see what's going on 100%.
What consent was with any...
Okay, I don't know how much more log roll list of this. Like, does anybody know what this is about yet? I'm going to be honest. I've looked at this. I have no idea. I don't even remember. I don't know what the fuck any of this is even about. This person is like severe mental issues.
Meaningful degree of understanding. By this point, mid-January, the kettle was coming to a boil, and he accidentally began this series of events. I will add that he has mocked me publicly for trying to communicate in February after Zonia's stream covering the Mantis nude leak disaster, and why she and...
Bro, Shamu had Hassan watch his Tectone vid? Yes, all of these people are connected. All of these people are connected. Are you afraid of helping them get better at this by talking about it right now? No, but when I publish the whole... My goal is when I publish a manifesto that I can also publish like a searchable history for like this whole thing, so other content creators can look up where they're mentioned or whatever. Like there have been some people that have reached out before and I was like, hey, I know you're seeing like a lot of like really random hate about you at the moment, but like just so you know, like this is what's happening. And I know exactly what people are saying about you, and I know exactly what's going to come out about you because I can see exactly what they're talking about. And this guy's about to publish this video that these 6 people have been going back and forth figuring out how to do. And I guess the reason why Lonerbox published this video now I was talking about is because they were about to do this on to Lonerbox. Yeah.
Sass had left the community.
Is that Purple Perry guy part of this? I'm almost positive he is, but I don't remember what name he's using right now on Discord. He seems to be working with them at this point too. 3 months ago.
Talkman, even he says all of it was bullshit. Stale was too deep in the cult. Yeah, JSTLK was the previous DGGer of the year, and now I think he is one of the orbiters who actually turned on Destiny and is actively trying to pull people out of said cult.
We've watched this, but he does know a lot about this. He doesn't participate. I don't think he participates directly, though. Again, the main ringleader people are like try to keep themselves kind of separated. So like Jistical and Queement, but like they've posted enough in there, like you can see it. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think many of those guys still have like resentment towards me as well, but slowly but surely, some people have awakened from the really toxic way that this cult operates, and have realized that maybe Destiny wasn't the person that he presented himself as. Dan Saltman is the money behind this operation. Jesus, they have alumni.
Again, I wish.
Yes, they do. But in any case, the reason why
these guys get like the Destiny Daily Epstein briefings, bro. Like, oh, that's a donation sound? What was? Oh, you mean you'll make it a donation?
All of this unfolded, and he lost his cherished, coveted position as the top moderator of this live stream, Fails subreddit. And this is one of the previous moderators of the subreddit, Jisophus, who was ousted from his position.
Do you have plans for what you want to get back to after the case? I mean, it'd be nice to just cover politics full time and not have to worry about any of this weirdo fucking drama or any of this weirdo fucking like sex obsessed weirdo fucking losers or whatever to get. And I feel like with the court case not there, the connection they're going to have is going to be a lot more tenuous. So hopefully I mean, these people will always still be working because this is how all these snark communities work. Also, I'm pretty sure of this. I can't say this. I can't know this 100%, but I'm pretty sure this is true. For all the shit that I'm revealing right here, okay, I'm pretty sure the Ethan shit is like 10 times more. Again, I only pay attention to shit that's like related to me, but I'm pretty sure that like the template, the model for this, like all of that weird shit is so... This is one of the reasons why I'm so fucking annoyed that retarded fucking coughing fuck that Ethan took the fucking bait and made some retarded hit piece fucking video about me. And it's like, why are you so retarded? But like I said, but to my original there, I'm pretty sure it's because he thought like, fuck, like people think that me and Destiny. And also, major leak between me and Ethan. You want a major leak? Here you go. Everything I said about me and Ethan communicating is also true. I don't think I've ever had a conversation. I don't think I've ever heard his voice before on a call before. The only messages we've literally ever exchanged were the fucking 2 messages when he asked me about like the Hassan chat or whatever, like on October 12th. But that's why there's never any proof anything otherwise, despite all the most advanced like operation that I've ever had set up in my life is just spying on these guys and their crazy unhinged operations.
When this guy took over. He has also openly stated that the rest of the mod team is still his guys and is openly taunting the Reddit admins. My guess is more mods will be removed. Yeah, the thing is, Reddit knows exactly what's going on. Like Reddit, the actual company, knows LSF is doing this kind of stuff, right? And for the longest time, they haven't actually punished them for brigading, botting, using it as a vehicle for harassment against specific content creators. Part of the reason why they haven't done so is because it drives a lot of traffic, right? It drives a lot of traffic to the website. It keeps people engaged on the website, so they don't really do anything, especially because people don't actually push back.
I don't know if these people in KickChat are connected or if they know what's going on, because I'm sure there are people here that are connected to these places that are more than I am. Somebody said, it used to be worse about Destiny, but the Snarkers moved on full-time to H3 once the Reddit mods were getting sued, LeMayo. Oh, maybe that might be true. I'm not sure. It seems like Hassan's fans are too disorganized to have a Jistical-style Discord. Instead, they smash their keyboards, replying on Twitter and like H3. Well, kind of, but like Hassan's average fan is never going to be a part of it. These spaces are very small and very exclusive compared to the larger group of people. Yeah. Compared to the larger group of fans anywhere, yeah.
Back too hard on it, right? Because as long as you come after someone like myself and you keep doing that over and over again, you keep doing this like harassment operation over and over again, it's almost like a self-isolated situation. We had a good thing going. We raised 40K for mental health. Yeah.
Like the fact that he says shit like this without a twinge of irony is just so crazy, dude. This disgusting subhuman fuck. Hutch said today he found out that a bunch of people from that server were impersonating DGG to drive a wedge between you and Hutch. Yeah, that's not surprising. Yeah, they do gaps everywhere. That's part of what they do as well. They do it to anybody that comes on my stream. They do it to anybody that hasn't like disavowed me enough. I said that in the past. They do that. They coordinate all of that there. That's why you'll see. I think there were like public logs because I started joining some Discord servers just for memes where they were doing it to like the Piscord, where like Gisticle and like 7 people from his server would all join those Discord servers, and then they would start having just arguments or discussions about things. And yeah. Destiny, couldn't we do mass gay ops against Hassan? No, because it's not. One is because I don't want the fan base that does this type of shit. I complain about it, but like I've said this a lot. Like I complain about it, but like I don't really want. I just don't do this type of content anymore, so I don't want. I just don't want the fan base that's like attuned to this type of stuff. Number one, and then number two, I hate. I said this a million times. I hate what politics has become. I blame Trump, but it's on the internet. It isn't on real life, where every single political debate is just about like how much weird psychosexual personal shit can I dig up to like malign this person as a rapist, pedophile, and like Hassan is just the master of this, and so is Trump. Isn't this the guy who was like a rapist, pedophile, lolly lover, and just all them do it, and everybody does it, and it's such like the most base leveled engagement with anything political. I don't know, let's say this is fucking retarded. This woman is fucking crazy. But this woman is one of my most detailed. I'm sure wherever she is right now, I'm sure that she's out there typing. She's probably typed 400 paragraphs about the shit I've talked about today too. It's like, it's just insane. It's crazy. These people are crazy. Did all this stuff start after the drama arcs, or has this type of stuff been around even before then? I think there is like a weird snarky lefty thing that was kind of brewing on like Reddit and stuff that kind of started in these like lefty-ish spaces. I don't know why. I could theorize that maybe women watch more certain types of content, and so they're drawn to like these types of snarky, gossipy things. Although I think most of the people here are still men, or maybe it's a closer gender split than otherwise. And then after like other people get roped in, it just kind of like stretches out to them. So like Justical and them found themselves in good company with the Justical found themselves in good company with the weird snarkers, so they just kind of like fell into the gravity well, I think. This is my guess, but Destiny's fine in the VOD. Why is it that every time Aaron/Schroeder is brought up, you seem to give her a lot of charity and less heat with the Runday stuff? You blew past it. There are different things, annoyances I have with people. I think Aaron just fucking, to be party space is crazy, but I just, like, it's like soy pill. Like, I just think, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just talk about what I see. Why do you think Hassan pretends to not be aware? Like when he pretends to not know Pisco or the Hutch drama, despite stalking every minute of it months prior, is that because he knows that there's an insane, unhinged operation? Well, no, because it looks better. You're just like observing, like, wow, look at how isn't this crazy, guys? And then you point to a thing that you've like carefully prepared, right, to look a certain way. Without Aaron, do you think that Doe would sue you? I think Doe sued me because of Lauren De Laguna. I think Lauren gave her the idea. I think she drove her to do it, and then. This is one of the things that I've said before in the past for why doing like the online content creation stuff is so hard, at least in my position, because if you want to hate me, there's a million communities that are like ready to welcome you with open arms. So once Lauren Day kind of like pushed Pixie in that direction, and because Pixie is a weak, spineless, disgusting piece of shit who has no individual desire or will to function in the world on her own regardless, as soon as she was pushed in that direction, she became like an unwitting tool then to all of like the weird gistical people, lefty people that fucking hate me. Like she became a vessel for them to rape me through, basically, yeah. In some of the LUS video recently, he's complained that Destiny fans have been unhinged at him. Wonder if that is some gay ops that hit him? 100%. And the reason why I am pretty sure that that's the case, I don't know if I'm too lazy to find it or not. The reason why I'm pretty sure that's the case is because I don't see you guys talking about it almost at all. Maybe you have somewhere, but every time he covers any of my, case, Kiwi Farms, and I think the Gisticlers will talk about it, and they'll show up because remember they have to go and do the making sure everybody knows that I'm a rapist and on all the videos. They'll go to like every fucking content creator on the internet that ever mentions me to make sure that they know why I'm horrible. That's why sometimes you see, this happened a while ago, where somebody like, they'll retweet me or something, and then they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry guys. Like I didn't know that Destiny was like a rapist. It's because all these people are like fucking spamming these people to tell them like, yeah. This guy's been sent to the Shadow Realm algorithmically 56 minutes ago. I don't see anything about him anymore. Oh, because I always try to say that, like, I've been destroyed on the internet and I have no more play or whatever. Destiny's going over his hate analytics on stream from this. It's a properly autistic way to cope, but I can't decipher where De Laguna fits into all this. It makes sense that this is the direction he's going for his manifesto, promised in 3 weeks when the judge drops the case, by the way. That all the logistical people, they all use this talking point, right? Creating a giant graph of every person on every Discord that he can web together to distract DGG from remembering he's a raped pedophile. Limeo, he really is going schizo mode now. Oh, and this is the same account that was posting about the LUS guy, right? Because they all mentioned it, right? But they do. It's so funny because they'll call you schizo and then they gang stalk you. Well, he really is going full schizo mode now. Oda 2, he called out your post for coordinating within the cabal too blatantly. You got to use a different Discord proxy next time. Yeah, but I know that I know they're watching, and I know because I'm in all of your servers. It's funny. I just saw that message right now. I just saw what you just typed. Justical. I just saw it right now on that Discord. I see every server. Marwan, I just saw your message. I see every server. All 12 of them are running right now. Oh, and I said I just typed. Oh, I see all of them. All of them running right now. I see all of them on every server you're in. Okay. Destiny, he was the same person posting leftovers H3 stuff. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if I'm allowed to leak this information. I don't give a fuck at this point. I think the person, it was so funny. The person who created, I don't remember actually. I don't want to say the wrong thing and be accused of lying. I know who created my, one of the snark threads on me, I think on Reddit. And it was like, the way that they were tied and everything was very funny. But the person who created like DGG Snark, I don't remember that, but I'm sure I have it's fucking documented somewhere. But yeah, these guys are all wacky and wild. And then all of like the Ethan Snarkers and it's just, these people are wacky. I just saw that message, Justical. I see you typing in there. Okay. Are we good? Having my schizo. Is it really like 50 guys or something doing this whole thing? Probably less than that, yeah. Do you think Asmongold is aware of everything? No, I don't think people on the right like do this much. I think it's all like weird lefties, from what I've seen at least. Do you remember Afro Sabi? One of her friends is or was a mod for one of your snarker subs. Oh yeah, you're talking about the Maddie Lisk, the girl who faked the anti-Semitic hate tweet or whatever, DM towards her to try to say my community was harassing her. Abba time. Oh, you want one final hate leak or whatever for today? Because I hate my fucking life. One of the reasons why I'm so fucking triggered about fucking everything and every single person. Here's the reality, okay? I am a high libido sexual fucking degenerate, okay? But I try to be respectful. We're trying not to rape people, horny. What do you want me to say? That's it. The problem that I have is that every other motherfucker around me is so fucking horny too, but they all pretend otherwise, okay? I can never say it publicly, or I don't think I've said this before, but the irritating thing is that all this fucking ABBA shit fucking leaks. Lauren De Laguna was fucking reaching out and DMing so many motherfuckers to try to get them to write shit or say shit about me or whatever. Fucking Lauren and ABBA, okay? We're fucking hooking up. Fucking kill me. I wanted to fucking kill myself when I found this shit out. I'm like, are you actually fucking, this is the person who's like, oh, I don't know if I can handle me. Actually, I want to kill myself. Are you fucking serious right now? Kill me, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, where were we?
Just characterize something you don't like accurately for once in your life. Like, oh yeah, the Lonerbox Discord famously.
Didn't we watch part of this already? Apparently I tried to watch this, but it was like fucking 4 hours, bro. She went on the, I don't even know the name of this stupid fucking show. You remember that Saint and the Sinner guy? She went on his show for like fucking 5 hours. She did the Red Pill podcast circuit. Oh, did she go on more shows or whatever?
I haven't just woke up. I've been working.
All right, let's get to it. So, folks have been asking a million questions. And to be honest with you, for such a short relationship, the fact that this is dragged on for so long is just like. But there's some things that are being alleged, things such as emotional abuse, habits, infidelity, and so much more. And I just want to kind of go through a couple things, bullet points, and just I don't want to spend too much time, because again, I do feel like this is pretty juvenile, but I know she wants to drag it there, so we got to go.
Ooh, take me through that.
For those of you who didn't catch the first one, or the first live we did, essentially there's some allegations that I was like a deadbeat, or I didn't want to be part of some kid, and I forced her to have an abortion, and it turned out that none of that was true, that I tried my best, and I was the only one out of the two of us who wanted to keep the child while we were in a relationship. And that dragged on. She kept changing her mind dozens of times, scheduled multiple abortion appointments that I was against but still supported her through, and she would renege.
Wasn't there a time when Justical was baiting a debate with you? What was that about? Why did he switch up? I have no fucking idea. When was this? I know that the Rose shit, when it leaked on Kiwi Farms, everybody was super excited because they were like, "Oh shit! Like Destiny's a pedophile. We finally have proof." So maybe it was about that. If I had to guess,
every time, and then come to the end of the relationship, she decided that
it's so annoying that there are so many weird conspiracies that exist about me when fucking every single fucking person and thing near me or about my life has been exploded or blown open onto the internet, and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck could I even hide at this point? Jesus Christ. And so now the conspiracies that Wicked Supreme and Esports Batman and Justical are all running with, the conspiracies are that me and Rose are now coordinating secretly behind the scenes, that we have like a secret fucking agreement because there's always like another fucking conspiracy. Oh wait, fuck, hold on, wait. Before you do this, I don't know if we'll do this today. This shit is like, it's very, I just need this shit down. It's very psychologically exhausting, all this shit is. It's a lot, plus the money, plus the court case, plus the just annoyance of everything. But that's okay. One battle after another, they say, you know? Hold on. Somebody fed me a bunch of, I guess since we're doing all this, fed me a bunch of just clear clips from the last few days.
Okay, well, it is what it is. By the way, all of the shit with like swatting or something, are these not just
finding its
like,
way to...
realistically, if you're gonna blame somebody, wouldn't you be blaming Willie Mac? Like, no offense, I don't think Willie Mac's swatting you, but I'm guessing a lot of the people who've gone to his place are going there based on the fact that he like plausibly retained CSAM. I think he undeniably retained CSAM, but I'm guessing that's why authorities go to his place, no?
This is a workshop talking point because he knows it's not true. What he knows isn't true is swatting is not when the FBI visits you. That's not what swatting means. First of all, nobody's taken any of my shit, okay? Me when I'm on my 7th set of computers because I don't want people to know they keep taking my shit. Number one. And number two, swatting is when they send somebody to your place to like break down the door and like fucking they think somebody's being murdered or whatever. Like that's so that they have to like show like it's a show of force because they have to come in and like none of this is swatting, right? But he knows that. Yeah. So this is just like some weird fucking diversion shit. Oh, and this is also why and fuck every pussy, and if you're a friend of mine, fuck you, and fuck every loser who's like, oh, I don't know about the doxing stuff. If your life is dedicated to obsessively covering, harassing, abusing, trying to destroy the life of like people or whatever, and this is like your public-facing fucking job or career, I think that you abso-fucking-lutely should have at the very least your real life name and identity tied to it. I think that's a totally fair ask. So fuck everybody that's a pussy about that. Finding its way to... Not that I am saying you guys should go out and dox a bunch of people and all that, blah, blah, blah. Unironically, if you start doing that shit on my chat, I'll ban you. But I'm just saying that, like, if your life is being a public figure who is constantly brigading, harassing, stalking, obsessing over the lives of personal lives too, not just like politics. If you just like cover politics or whatever, other people, I think it's fair for people to know, like, oh, well, who's this guy? Like, why, you cover this all day. Like, who are you, Because the idea that they, like, what they want to be able to do is engage in, like, the most insane fucking shit in the universe, and if it all blows up on them, which I'm hoping it will after the court case is over and I release my manifesto, what they want to be able to do is just walk away from it all at the end and like clean their hands of it and never be associated with it ever. Yeah. Hold on one sec. Man. Kind of weird. What is this? I haven't watched any of these yet.
Hey, I don't, well, hold on. How should I put this? If I knew anything about this, I would not be willing to say anything about who received it. I do know for a fact that I was informed that, oh fuck, how do I say it? I think basically everybody knows enough. I was gonna try not to say anything. Yeah, there was one of the people he talked to was apparently one of like Darius's former mods or something, and eventually became a mod in my Discord. But I had no idea this was happening until after the motions had been filed.
He's talking about Sognick, who was the person that Abby was chatting with.
The motions had been filed. Then I found out that that's who one of the people she was talking to. But I don't think that was even. I don't think it's that person's DMs that are in the what do you call it? The filings, right? I don't think that's what.
Why is Jewstalker and Al in a turban? Because he's gained weight and he is insecure about how he looks about it.
It is. Yeah.
So that's why he constantly does this VTuber shit.
Yeah, I thought they were taxis or something.
Finding its way to Joanne.
Apparently they talked to multiple...
What is this?
Apparently they talked to multiple people. I'm just like, I have no idea what's really going on there, but I didn't even realize that it could be like somebody who was around my community in any way until after the briefings had been filed, or the
I had no clue.
forms had been filed, whatever you call them, the filings.
He always likes to act like he just like finds out some stuff and he has no idea. He has absolutely no clue. And it's funny now, obviously now, as some more has been leaked. And there'll be another big release in the manifesto. We're like, I have no idea. How did any of this work? I don't even know anything about any of this.
After that, and by the way, the messages were sent, and they were sent in, like, before I became a streamer. How could you blame me? How could I be blamed? These messages were all sent before I was a streamer. They're real messages. You can't blame me for this. I don't have a time machine. I was a huge fan of Destiny and Darius at that point. What am I doing? How could...
It's trying to obfuscate. Nobody's talking about when the messages were sent between Abby and Sognet. It gets said, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know this. Or maybe I do know this. And maybe every time I say I don't know this is because I like when they contradict things that I say, or I know the truth otherwise so that I can later contradict them in the future. But who knows? I don't know. Or I'm just retarded. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm pretty sure that Sognik is the one who sent the things to Gistigal. I doubt Abby did it, because I don't think Abby wanted to be anywhere fucking near this. And then Gistigal is the one who forwarded to either Pixie or Joanne, and then they're the ones that harassed Abby until she either killed herself or joined this court case.
And Darius at that point. What am I doing? How could I have done something? I don't know how to do this. Sorry. I don't want to, like, say anything that... I think a lot of people just broadly don't want to be involved, right? So I don't want to say anything that's, like, too on the nose so that people get involved. I think people broadly just don't want any involvement with this whatsoever, right? Apparently... I don't know how to explain this to people. People think Destiny's a total psycho and are terrified of him. Like, they are terrified of him.
You can see how much of a lie this is, right? Like, they like to push this narrative, but what does DGG do to anybody? What is the worst thing? Like, collectively take every single op I've ever had. What is the worst thing that DGG has ever done to them? Like, wrote messages on Twitter being mean to them, calling them a retard or whatever. Like, what are we talking about? They're terrified.
Terrified of him. And they want nothing to... Even if they had relevant, helpful information, they are terrified of this schizophrenic loser,
Yep.
okay?
Mm-hmm. No. Trust me, guys, because this has to be the cope if they really know. I don't know how many of them are actually following the court case versus how many of them are like lost in cope delusional land. They have to have like a cope to move on after this court case over. Like, well, there were way more claims. There were tons of people knew a whole bunch of other things, but like they didn't want to come forward because they knew that because Destiny's harassment campaign was successful. Meanwhile, they're creating fictitious accounts to go into Hutch's chat in order to pretend to be DGGers to try to get Hutch to hate me. Or they're going into Pisco's chat to gas him up while this retard attacks his fucking co-host every single fucking episode, even when they have guests. Or meanwhile, they're creating accounts to go and harass every single person that's near me at any point in life to try to convince them that I'm a rapist. Like, the projection is unreal.
They don't want anything to do with this. And I honestly have a hard time blaming them in a lot of ways at this point, okay? So... I try not to basically say anything that would get anyone else involved.
Like, the scariest thing about me is the image of me that these people have created.
Okay, but I don't think there's like nothing I didn't know anything about Abby being involved until I read it.
I had no idea. I had no idea. Now, he's saying that now, but remember this guy's tone before when he's like, I can't reveal everything I know, guys. I can't go over. I can't tell you guys everything. I can't let you guys know all the stuff that...
Oh, man. I had some idea. I had no idea about this part of the Abby thing. I have no idea. This is not something that was ever shared with me. But I was aware that Destiny shared pornography of Abby, allegedly without her consent. I was aware of that, because...
How could you know that without knowing anything about her or anything about... Hold on, wait. Are people sending you my porn videos? Is that what's happening? By the way, Pixie did do that, by the way. And a bunch of other women did, but that's cool. Based, queens, okay.
Without her consent. I was aware of that, because one of the people who received that reached out to me, and then I put them in contact with Abby so Abby could see and confirm and take whatever action she needed to do.
Oh, so wait, so you were in contact with Abby, or?
But I explicitly told them I'm not involved in the conversation. I don't want to know anything about it. I told Abby, you do whatever you got to do. I'm not involved. So I am pretty unimpeachable in that one. Anyway, so I had some idea that he'd done that.
Some idea.
It wasn't shocking when I found out that she sent a letter of engagement or whatever. Like a letter, what is it? Not a letter of engagement, Jesus. A letter of intent to file a lawsuit, maybe? Like, I think Joanne, whatever, filed another thing with him.
Pretty crazy.
Anyway.
Now, Joanne and them all lie and say they've never represented Abby before. They've said that continuously. Even in current court filings, they continue to say that, by the way.
Didn't Destiny do...
Wait, is Abby's last affidavit public, or was it filed under seal? Because the last affidavit that Abby filed, the whole one might be, it's under seal. They basically, this isn't private sexual information, but they added a thing where I think Abby says something and she's like, just by the way, also, I've never been represented by this lawyer before. It's like, why would you even add this? Like, Joanne is just like adding this. I don't even know if they contacted Abby about this evidence, but Joanne just added this to cover her own ass. It's fucking, fuck, dude, whatever.
Delete a ton of his DMs when this all broke out. Yeah, and nobody knows the truth or falsehood of anything he said about his DMs.
Really?
Nobody can confirm it because he...
Yeah. How many things have I lied about since the beginning of this? How many things have I lied about since any of this, ever? Destiny, he's literally repeating the Abby stuff from this part. I don't even know what you're linking me right now. What the fuck is this? Coping about the case still going on because he never sent anything to Abby regarding Pixie, and how Abby was communicating with a former DGO / score out of Driscoll's named Sognek. Was Solo running the Impasa Whopper of all catfishes and had Rose in a Coomer Gremlin Faraday cage? Or the bit where Destiny forgets that he sent the candid little Snapshots from Rose at her school where she was, according to his story, sent on a child sex trafficking mission to find... Yeah, the goal... Now it's just saying that she lied about everything. Also, by the way, I never pretend I don't remember those pictures. I don't remember her saying that, like, there's a guy here that looks like you. I don't remember that. Maybe she did, but I don't remember that line of text. Oh, this is also why I'll repeat this fucking PSA, okay? I appreciate the ones of you that try to debate these people about, like, my court case or whatever. Don't waste your fucking time. Yeah, I'll do it for any of these people, and you can DM me. You can say, hey, there's this guy who wants to argue your doobie is in this fucking weirdo server trying to debate your court case. Oh, drag me in, and I'll do it. But you can't do it because these guys have so many crazy, like, rumors and lies and myths and shit that they've spread that if you don't know every single fucking fact, then they'll, get you down on some weirdo schizo train and you won't know how to counter it.
Nobody can confirm it because he deleted it all. He made it impossible to confirm whether or not these things are true. All he's doing is saying, well, I promise, I really promise.
What did I make impossible? Hold on.
Impossible to confirm whether or not these things are true. All he's doing is saying, well, I promise, I really promise that all my logs are there. Okay.
Went to Abby.
All right, you might be lost. I'm like trying to remember. This is like a year and 3 months ago. Something like that. Like a year ago. I'm trying to remember. I do know that when the Abby being related to Pixie's case was like a total blindside to me.
Yeah, and then bully her. Okay.
Didn't Destiny delete?
Oh, this is the same one. Destiny. That is from the same guy who posted Leftovers H3 and was live updating. Nice. You're about to say the... even if Pixie was lying about every single thing, we still know that Destiny's 100% an evil person. Everything else was true.
Reason tomorrow.
Like I said, I was aware of...
Yeah. Okay. And?
I'm sorry. You know what?
And?
Somehow a conspiracy of like multiple... All of these women came together and all had this material you shared non-consensually. That's so shocking. Dude, it's... whatever. What a fucking goofy. I can only be held responsible if something goes to court.
She's like 100% lying.
Wow.
She's like...
You're about to say the... What did Pixie say in the beginning? 15 women, by the way? See.
I don't think it's
Just
just
to be clear,
sex
still
shop.
guilty of like many other... Sir,
Hundreds
like,
of other
the sex crimes
sex
disappeared.
crimes. Hundreds.
Everything else
Yeah.
would
Is what I
still
meant. Sorry.
The guy who has the cops there looking for child porn every other day apparently didn't do anything wrong.
True. That's why they're here. It's not because of the endless death threats or other things that people say I fucking... Like death threats towards me or people claiming I've made death threats, of course, yeah.
Cops just love wasting their time, actually. You guys know this? Cops just fucking love wasting their time going to someone's house all the time.
Well, actually, they really don't like wasting their time, unfortunately. But when you guys are spam calling them, saying that I'm about to do a terrorist attack or other, insane fucking claims you guys are making constantly, then unfortunately they kind of have to follow up on it because if I do end up blowing up a building, they don't want to be able to show that like, oh, they got a report about me and they didn't follow up on it. So
Every time. They just love it. It's awesome. They love doing it over and over again. Definitely they would over and over again swat the same house. For sure. That would definitely happen,
I
guys.
worded that
No,
terribly, yeah.
see. I mean, like, am I making it all up? Actually, I have a flashlight, and sometimes I just stand here. Like, I have these just, like, these are just the two sitting on my table right now for, like, cards that the cops leave when they call me after I get fucking swatted. We're like, oh, if you want to follow up the case, I'm not going to show the cops your information or whatever. But maybe I just printed that out on cardboard paper so that I could show on stream to pretend that it had actually happened. Like,
I don't think it's
just to be
just
clear, I'm
sex
still
shop.
guilty of, like, many other... Sir,
about anything.
by the way, for a lot of time, I was, like, very clear. Oh, no, he's not a pedophile. He's not a pedophile. Now I joke about it. I still think, like, definitionally not a pedophile. But... now I'm comfortable making the jokes. Like, if the joke is there, I'll use it. It's funny.
About anything.
By the way, for a lot of time... Yeah, we also didn't know about it until like way after Rose. I think it might have been even after Rose was deposed. And I think Supreme actually did not cheer it on. I think Supreme was against it the entire time. You see how like he can just spam out total lies with no substantiation repeatedly over and over again? It takes a long time to go through it. That's why I don't do this very much anymore. I just thought it was very funny.
It takes so long. Meanwhile, they're posting about me 24/7 every fucking day. At Destiny, have the snarkers managed to do actual damage to you, or has this mostly been psycho shit for nothing? What do you mean? I'm in a massive fucking lawsuit that's mainly powered by a lot of the lies. I would say they've been quite successful to their credit, I guess. It works, right? And everybody else on the internet, no offense to anybody, but, you know, everybody else is too much of a pussy to stand up for anything or to call anything out. Everybody just kind of like follows the winds. So, and this is like, especially in progressive spaces, it's like the most toxic fucking horrible thing ever. Is anything sexual to be accused of with, for a woman in a liberal progressive space, so...
watching him lie today, okay, about everything. Again, if you ever talk to somebody about it, just substantiate, right? Just substantiate what you're saying.
Service.
It wasn't that, yeah. She said it was solo in the deposition, but that's not all he said. He says anything but I was blackmailed and I had no choice. She's guilty of transmission of child porn.
That's just an insane. Remember, this guy threatened to kill her. First, he threatened to kill himself. Then he threatened to kill her and her family, by the way. Well, this girl's 17, by the way. But she was actually...
Yeah, we also didn't know about it until like way after Rose. I think it might have been even... I don't believe so either. Like he basically was telling everybody that this guy was like a cuck who liked watching, and that's why she sent a bunch of these videos to him, right? That the boyfriend was. His audience for real believes that this was an elaborate catfish, and Desi can't do anything to help take Solo down because that bitch Pixie, fake victim by the way, is trying to go after his money with Lauren to help bring him down, and he's really fighting the Matrix. No. That's because Lauren De Laguna wants to make it as a MAGA influencer. She's like a MAGA operative trying to take him down to stop him from championing liberalism and saving America. They're going to champion liberalism, but Lauren De Laguna, as a MAGA operative, saw this and knew she had an opportunity to take Destiny down and thereby destroy America. Yeah. He's talking about this Lauren De Laguna person basically doing a whole bunch of shit to fuck with him. Some of it could be true, but the idea that like she made up anything to Pixie about doing this case is just laughable. It's very laughable, very goofy.
True.
Wasn't Brianna Wu involved in all this too? I think Brianna Wu recommended an attorney or something.
Where? Like, you guys really have no principles at all. How did Jessica even know that Brianna Wu recommended an attorney? She did, by the way. Because Pixie reached out to Brianna and tried to get a recommendation for a lawyer, but the lawyer that they reached out to was the law firm that I had in New York that they got conflicted out of, which is really funny because cunt Pixie tries to make this argument that I was never trying to seriously pursue anything against Solo, despite the fact that she was conflicted out of the lawyer that she got recommended in New York by Brianna Wu. I don't even know how Jessica knows that. Maybe I brought that up publicly? You said it once? Oh, okay. And maybe Jessica just heard it and remembered it. Jessica's probably been in fairly close communication with Pixie regarding this case. Because remember also, actually, I know that for a fact. Because one of Pixie's exhibits early on in this case was her showing that Jessica was saying that he was scared to join because he might get harassed too much or whatever. And they tried to censor his name, but you could see his... was it part of the preliminary injunction filings? They tried to censor him out, but you could see his fucking name. I wonder how much these fucking people that were obsessively hating me also kind of like gaslit Pixie into doing this. Good job, you fucking retard. Oh shit, hold on. Bags. Well, this is kind of a bag, right? Okay. By the way, don't want myself to be identified. By the way, want to be anonymous. By the way, attaches to your own preliminary injunction request pictures of your fucking face. What a stupid and completely unserious fucking moron. But whatever, good one, dipshit. This, when she tweeted that out. Oh, fuck. What was the exhibit? I don't remember. I know there was an exhibit attached that showed Justicle's Discord picture. And he was saying like, oh, I think I'm too scared to officially join the case. And it's filed publicly somewhere here. Did somebody find it? Oh. Justicle. Do you mind if I say I sat down with your attorneys? Yeah, sure. What day / what for exactly? By the way, never got these DMs on Discovery either, by the way. I just wanted to say it today. Brettler just filed a motion in opposition, and I'm going to say this is precisely why I refuse to give an affidavit, because doxing myself plus Destiny, calling for my death, is too much. So, maybe this was the only exchange of messages, by the way, that he had with Pixie. Maybe he's not actually coordinating with her a ton in order to release shit about me, or in order to file stuff about me, or in order to facilitate communications between his mods and her, or maybe I'm just hallucinating all of that, by the way. But anyway, yeah. I don't know anything about any of this.
Principles at all.
Also, I like how like every time I bring something up, like I can literally fucking point you to the court filing, my dude. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, and then they're like, Dustin's lying about everything. Okay, well here it is in the fucking filings. Oh,
Where like you guys really have no principles at all. It's whoever's on your team is okay. I've never thought
Talk about
my
principles.
entire life
Oh
that I
boy.
would see a whole community where like you guys really have what? No principles at all. It's whoever's on your team is okay. I've never thought
Talk about
my
principles.
entire life.
Oh,
okay.
you posted the picture and you agreed that that's what it was. You know that that's what it was. Why is he pretending he didn't? Oh, this is rough. Now I think we have to go find this.
It
This
looks
is
like
rough.
I don't remember. I don't remember posting that. Did I? Yes. Oh, okay. Maybe he did.
The fake laugh, dude. I blame Hassan for starting this or whatever. I remember that I argued with a friend 2 days ago. No, it was last night, not 2 nights ago. And they were asking me about they were asking me if I'd seen the loner stuff or whatever. I was like, oh no, I'll probably watch it tomorrow or whatever. And they're like, oh, well, have you watched it yet? And I'm like, no, I haven't watched it. And they were like, you don't pre-watch stuff for stream? I'm like, I never pre-watch stream. I raw dog everything. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll wake up and I'll see tweets and I'll watch the video. But generally, I don't have time. I don't have time to pre-watch it. But it's funny because when Jessico goes on stream, he's going on with like the most fucking iron forged talking points that have gone back and forth through this like schizo Discord community for days, sometimes weeks, sometimes. So obviously he's ready to roll out the whole propaganda lines. I'm just gonna everything off the top of the dome because I don't remember everything. So sometimes I'll get something wrong or whatever, but like I'll correct it. But the fact that like he sees me like, oh, I thought this guy liked something. He's like, oh no, and he's like, see how much he's lying. It's like, no, I just don't have all of my talking points rehearsed with 12 other people assisting me and lying about it like you do, my dude.
You posted the picture and you agreed that that's what it was. You know that that's what it was. Why is he pretending he didn't?
Was he asking to lie about meeting with the attorneys? Why did she ask what time? I think he wanted to lie or misrepresent something about him talking to Joanne probably. Because Joanne probably talked to him and a bunch of other people. I mean, we saw that she was talking to Sabasexual, right? About harassing Rose. So.
Oh, this is rough. Now I think we have to go find this. This
It
is
looks like
rough.
I don't remember. I don't remember posting that. Did I? Yes. Oh, okay. Maybe he did.
Destiny, yes. Oh, that's how quickly he folded right there. Destiny, yes. Oh, maybe he did. Maybe that did happen. Maybe that did all happen. What the fuck are we even doing? Why would he do this to himself? He is like, I do think he's starting to abuse stimulants at this point. Like, there's nothing else that I could possibly, there's nothing else that makes this make sense to me. Like, he has to be abusing stimulants or something. Like, to be like this and to be like manic like this all the time, starting, I mean, I assume he took like a regular dose before. I'm saying that now, I think maybe that dose is like tapering off and not as effective. I do wonder if he's not.
If a dose was tapering off and then it wasn't as effective, how would that be me abusing? Wouldn't that be the opposite?
Not like maxing it out to try to, because I don't know. It doesn't look, the thought process is just so scattered and paranoid.
I like how he just says this. The thought process is so scattered. It's paranoid. He's all over the place. He's saying a bunch of crazy shit. And it's like, my story has been the exact same from the moment I filed this lawsuit. I don't think anything has changed. Well, the only thing that's changed is I've realized how insanely unhinged the other side has been. So I guess like that part has changed. But my story has been basically the exact fucking same since the filing of this lawsuit. And I've repeated that. And that's been demonstrated through every single fucking court filing. And it's been demonstrated through the 6-hour deposition I sat through with Joanne, where she wasn't able to get a single thing out of me that she wanted to. So, meanwhile, what was that for Pixie? I'm not able to authenticate or verify the contents of this message, so I cannot answer anything pertaining to it because I'm not sure if this reflects an accurate recollection of my thoughts.
I don't know a coherent explanation that makes everything that's happened make sense otherwise, because you're being blackmailed. You posted the picture and you agreed that that's what it was. You know that.
Also, I'm going to say this. I'm actually pretty sure I shouldn't have even considered this here. If he's talking about the school thing, I don't actually think she said anything about how this guy looks like you. I think they hallucinated that. The reason why I'm saying this now is because I think if I would have actually, if that was in the log, I think somebody would have posted it somewhere by now. And I haven't seen it on Kiwi Farms. I haven't seen him talk about it. So I think I was correct. I think my assumption was correct. I think they just made that up to make it look worse on my part. So So I was correct. Even in all of my scattered schizophrenia, stimulant abuse, whatever the fuck spiral.
It was beyond what he could really force you to do reasonably.
How? Hey, give me this picture. Hey, send me this thing. Hey, show me a picture of you here. Hey, how is that impossible?
So she sees a person who looks like Destiny. She takes the photo of the person who looks like Destiny. He wouldn't have known that she was seeing that person in real life, right?
Oh, like this here. I don't know if can somebody link me this? Is it on my Kiwi Farms thread? Because nobody posts this anywhere. I think they made this up to make it seem impossible that there could have been a guy who was catfishing me. That was the goal of like this talking point. By the way, it's not even a good talking point. They could just both be actively catfishing me. Or it could just be that she saw a guy who she thinks looks like me and was like, hey, LOL, this guy kind of looks like Destiny. And then he could have said the picture to be saying it looks like me. Like, all these things are plausible explanations. But I don't even think that part is true. I don't think I ever said that. Unless somebody has... I think they just invented this talking point. They're like, oh, shit, we can get Destiny on this. Let's just say that she mentioned this thing. And then we can say that there's no way then that it could have been a catfish because Destiny knew it. Or something, I guess. That's my guess. I don't know.
Have known that she was seeing that person in real life, right? He wouldn't have known that. That implies that she was like, oh, I'm going to share this with the guy. Right? That's how we find that. How we figure that out. What? Now, Destiny has like a total kill shot here that could really help him. But I think he knows.
What is my total kill shot?
Knows that it's very, very scary to go and do that. Because if he were to go look up through his payment processor who had ordered his merch and narrowed it down to find out how she got that shirt, it might say the solo guy, but it may very well just say her.
Oh, fuck. Oh, he's saying, oh, never mind. He's saying that I, oh, for the payment stuff. Just kidding. You're fucking retarded. Everybody has this theory that I bought her the shirt, so I must have known who it was, and I sent it to them. That's not true. Some of the first quasi-litigation action that I took was trying to subpoena the company that I sold the shirt to. And I know this is true, and I can prove this is true because it never gets posted. This is the fucking... Because fucking Joanne asked me this in the fucking deposition because it was another fucking stupid Kiwi Farms theory. Apparently the company that sold the shirt, the merch that we did initially was called Cameo. I called them initially. I think the... Oh, no. They're not posted anywhere, but Joanne was showing me these. Were you making efforts to subpoena Cameo? Oh, she was trying to trap me. I didn't know if I could talk to her about the Cameo subpoenas because I was talking to my New York litigation firm at the time. So I invoked attorney-client privilege. I'm also uncomfortable touching that because that would involve communications I had with my litigation firm in New York. And then she said, were you trying to subpoena Cameo to find out Rose's identity? I think I said the same. Just to be clear, I'm not sure what you're saying when you say I produce this evidence. When I say you produce evidence, it means you have a Bates stamp on it. Thanks, dumbass. That's what that means. Okay, I understand. Well, I haven't received the document yet, so I'm not sure I'm seeing what you're referring to. And then she passes me, I guess we had as part of our production, we did produce the emails between me and my New York law firm. I didn't know that initially. So initially I invoked attorney-client privilege, and then she showed me the emails between me and my the New York attorney. And then she asked the question again. So do you see in here that you were trying to subpoena, efforts were being made to subpoena Cameo in order to find out Rose's identity? Do you see that in these documents? And then it's a ton of emails. So I said, can you point me to the page you're referring to? She says, well, the entire document is about subpoenaing. And I said, well, I can see that. Yeah, we were making efforts to subpoena Cameo. And then she points to Bates stamp 2487. And I say, yes. And she says, there's a message saying, on or about July 2022, you purchased a t-shirt sold by Mr. Bunnell through an online storefront that was fulfilled by Cameo. So is this why you were submitting a subpoena to Cameo to try to find out the identity of Rose? That was the question. And I said, yes, the reason that I stated earlier, because I was trying to find this person's identity out. And then here you received this email from your New York litigation, blah, blah, blah. And I say that sentence. Yes, I don't believe there's a question. She said, and above that, this case is ramped up, blah, blah, blah. And she was referring to moot, I don't know, being serving Cameo with a subpoena, right? I said, she said, it's based on this email thread. And I said, then I would say, based on what she said, it seems like she feels like it's not worth pursuing a subpoena, or it's not worth making the request that she made. Sorry. So did you think that it was moot to try to find out Rose's identity because the plaintiff filed her suit? And then I said, I never stated that it was moot. She said, do you think that it's moot? And I said, absolutely not. And she said, and yet your attorneys did not proceed with the subpoena, right? Did they? And I said, when you say attorneys, I'm uncomfortable with that phrasing because these attorneys are not representing me in my litigation right now. And she said, so is there no attorney-client privilege here? And this was stupid. Sorry, her and Brett are fighting a ton, so I have to go back through their fights, or I have to pass their fights. So was this subpoena ever served on Cameo to your knowledge? I said to my knowledge, no. And she said, and apart from that, did you make any attempt to find out Rez's identity? And I said, well, just this and the private investigator. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know, maybe this will get posted in the future. But this idea that I knew the whole time
Who had ordered his merch?
Shut up! Well, that I knew the whole time who Rose was because she or I bought it through Cameo and shipped it to her, or that she bought it through Cameo and shipped it to herself or whatever, and I should have known that. I didn't know! That's why I had to try to fucking subpoena the company. But again, I will say, it's hilarious when these guys bring this up because they're making it sound like it's so impossible or so unlikely that this could actually be the case. I agree with you. It's fucking crazy. Yes, it was fucking insane. And I didn't even believe it initially. Yeah, this is a crazy fucking instance of catfishing. I do agree. And it's funny that you can't even fucking believe it despite everything that's been laid out. So you have to accuse me of concocting some crazy fucking lie.
Processor who had ordered his merch and narrowed it down to find out how she got that shirt. It might say the solo guy, but it may very well just say her. And it's like, okay, well, maybe, maybe she forced her to order that shirt and forced her to put on that shirt and forced her to smile while she took a picture in that shirt.
I don't know who ordered the shirt, by the way. I have no idea. My guess is he probably ordered it for her. But I don't know because the big issue was I don't think that Cameo did the fulfillment at the time. I think it was another company and then they went under and then I think Cameo bought that company. So we were going through a process to subpoena the because they wouldn't respond to a legal request. So we were going to have to file a suit and then we were going to have to subpoena the company that now owned them, which I think was Cameo or whatever. But then Pixie sued me. So I had to kill that whole line of fucking everything because now I had another lawsuit to fucking deal with.
Maybe. It all starts sounding like all of it is fairly implausible to me.
I agree. Yeah, it is. It is. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Justical. Thank you. True.
Like the fact that he could ask her to do certain things, like maybe.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? What are the chances that an international sex trafficker would order my own merchandise for the person to wear and then pose it for me and then forward that picture to me like it's actually what I'm talking to? I do agree. That's fucking insane. Yes, thank you.
But the idea that he could force her to do all of these little things, I just think that falls apart pretty quickly.
True. True. The more likely thing is there's a massive coordination behind the scenes, and somehow the FBI didn't uncover it when they came here 50 million times, apparently swatting me for child porn every time. Joanna just wasn't able to figure it out. Solo, the guy who leaked everything, who could have literally destroyed my entire life by leaking that me and Rose had some secret connection, he apparently didn't leak it or post any proof of that. Pixie never found it. I guess nobody. It didn't come up in the deposition. There were no inconsistencies there. Damn, crazy. But somehow we're just so fucking sneaky. We're always one conspiracy away from getting them, you know?
Apart pretty quickly. I don't know. Anyway, we keep going.
Wicked Supreme, by the way, also supports this whole conspiracy theory that me and Rosa are collaborating and lying about everything.
Do you think he goes and finds this stuff himself, or do you think he? I do appreciate him playing all the fat fucking WAP stuff on his stream. I do appreciate that.
Find what myself? Oh, the WAP stuff. Oh, who sent me this? No, it's always people sending me shit.
I do appreciate him playing all the fat fucking WAP stuff on his stream.
The irony is you were trying to help her and she chose to dagger you in the back instead. That's honestly is one of the most probably disgusting things about her. And I don't give a fuck who likes me or doesn't like me. Fuck everybody, whatever. My messages to Pixie were unbelievably understanding. I was being very careful in every message. I literally told her in our last big ones, listen, there's a conflict of interest between you asking me these questions because I understand that you might want to sue me or something in the future and you should have a right to do this and there are people that you should talk to and blah, 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 blah. I was incredibly nice in all of our messages. And the fact that weak, spineless little sniveling cunt swiveled this around to try to fucking milk me for money because I guess she was tired of living off of mommy and daddy's money for the rest of her fucking life so that she can get money to go to law school and become the next family mob lawyer. It's just fucking so disgusting to me. Meanwhile, she's trying to fucking pedo jacket me the entire time. Oh... that was her excuse in the deposition, by the way, when Andrew was like, why didn't you turn over? You guys are supposed to turn over communications related to this case. And she's like, well, that's not related. You reporting Steven to the police is not related? No, that was just about him being a pedophile and going after a minor. And I'm like, okay.
I do appreciate him playing all the fat fucking WAP stuff on his stream. I do appreciate that. That's kind of him. Is that a slur? Oh, I had no idea. You know what?
You had no idea that a weird word that referred to a particular ethnic group was a slur? Okay.
I would never say that if I had any idea that it might be used to slander an entire nationality of people. Noble Italian people. Noble...
Oh, he's memeing now, right?
Mediterranean people. Wow. Well, totally disavow that. Would never use it otherwise. Okay, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. Queen could. I have no problem. I have no problem with Italian people. I love pasta. Okay, Queen could.
Oh, the real meme is going to be going to fucking VidCon or TwitchCon in 10 or like 3 years when I get unbanned from everything because I'm totally vindicated. And fucking Gisticle and Cherry and all these people run into me and they're like, "Oh shit, what's up?" I'm like, "Why the fuck are you guys even talking to me?" And like, I don't know. Like shit was kind of crazy on the internet. We were all doing drama like 7 years ago, right? I'm like, 7 years ago? You motherfuckers are doing drama about me like 4 or 5 years ago. And they're like, what? And like, no, we all stopped making content after the lawsuit dropped. We all basically quit. And I'm like, what do you mean you all quit? And then I found out that all of these people are just fucking AI. They've all been AI for the past 2 fucking years. All of them. Oh. It's a huge conspiracy that all of us are working together behind the scenes.
No. This guy is so incapable of like listening to other people or processing arguments. No. The argument is that you don't really have your own coherent ideology or principles at all. You vaguely
he's trying to do politics now. Oh no.
At all. You vaguely gesture at liberalism, but you basically constantly make claims with no evidence. You never really make an argument, at least when it comes to shit around me, okay? You don't really have a coherent ideology. You pick villains and you demonize them, and then that's the arcs of your stream. That's every arc of your stream is...
That's him. Do you understand the projection? You pick a villain, you demonize them, and then that's your arc, right? So for him, it was me, then it was Ethan, and then now it's, I think then it's Ethan. Me and then Ethan. Oh, and then he'll do like Dev or Hutch, like that, and that's all they do, right? Like, how else can you explain the unbelievable slurp defense of Taylor Lorenz? How are you defend? Could you imagine the Gisticle of 3 years ago? What would he say, Gisticle, when you were a child? What would you say watching yourself growing up to defend Hassan Piker and to defend Taylor Lorenz? Like, what's happening, bro?
Is defined by its villain. Not really defined by you doing something cool. It's defined by the villain that you have villainized. That's your stream. The concept of the anti-fan really does just belong to Destiny alone, does it not?
True.
That is like, who has the concept of the... This came to me, earlier today. It came to me. It's like, seems pretty obvious now that I think about it. Like, the concept of the anti-fan, that's Destiny's community. Right? It's just mirror posting. It's not even confusing. So he doesn't have good ideas or cool ideas. It's basically all defined by who the villain is, who the bad people are, all the...
The same thing that Hassan says, right, about me? My positions are all just anti-Hassan, right? I literally went to Israel and asked everybody there before we interviewed, do you know who Hassan Piker is? Hey, I know Hassan Piker. Oh, let's chat, motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Fucking time, right? That's all it ever is. And so when Nicholas goes and attacks those villains and gives people the best like way to attack those people, and you can go, look, I was right, look how evil these people are, it ends up helping you.
Oh, it's so funny because I can kind of see like, I hate, this is like the biggest, I gotta be careful when I talk about this because I don't want to have an actual fucking, an actual schizo meltdown. The weirdest thing is to see how many political movements and things like are tied together using similar-ish strategies. So, what was I going to bring up here? Hold on.
When Nicholas goes and attacks those...
Remember one of the things that I said? So Democrats and the center left, they don't understand kind of like the media environment, but sometimes stuff breaks through. When stuff breaks through, it's just because it happens to like resonate with so many people that you get like an organic message and it feels like really strong for brief moments in time. So like as dumb as it was, the weird thing was one of those. When people started calling them weird and the conservatives got mad about it, everybody on the Democratic side was doing it. You had this like rare moment of alignment where everybody was doing a thing. And for whatever reason, people couldn't figure it out. It was like, oh God, this was like, they're getting real mad about this for like 3 or 4 days. We don't know why. It happened a little bit with Gavin Newsom's tweets where although the libs tried to stop that one too. Isn't it bad that he's tweeting this stuff? But every now and then, me and some of Gisticle's enemies, I guess, will have some kind of alignment, and they see it as this like huge collaborative thing. I don't know if I've ever messaged Nicholas Diorio my entire life. I don't know if I've ever DM'd him. Maybe I did 4 years ago or something. But like, I think he's also convinced that I work with Diorio behind the scenes. I think they're still convinced that I work with Ethan behind the scenes, despite never having done it. And I guess Dan Soros Saltman funds all of us as well. I don't know how much money this takes, but he's paying for it.
Villains and gives people the best like way to attack those people.
Yeah.
And you can go, look, I was right, look how evil.
I don't know if I don't even know what the fuck. I remember that I was arguing. It's so funny too. It's funny because I get attacked by my friends and I get attacked by these guys. I get attacked by these guys for like the Stacy guy. I thought that Stacy was another girl that I hooked up with a long time ago called Stacia. And I think I was attacking them in a Discord, and then one of them called me retarded because I wasn't even attacking the right person. And then I realized, oh shit, I didn't even know it was a different fucking person. And then I had another person I argued with, I think a couple months ago, because whatever, for Nicholas Diorio. Obviously, I have my history and I don't like him. And I was like, does anybody even? I think Nicholas Diorio, isn't he like a 300 viewer Andy? I had no idea that Diorio had become like the H3H3 after show, and I think he's like a decently big. Because he gets all the overflow from there, and he comes. I didn't even fucking know this shit. But then in these guys' world, I'm like the fucking ultra collaborator working with all these people behind the scenes to coordinate the attacks and understand. It's like, okay, you had a whole convo with Diorio. Oh, he was on the J6 video. Oh, my bad. Okay, well, that's where we really coordinated.
These people are. It ends up helping you.
People who center their lives around Discord communities are such incredibly degenerate fucks. Yes, Discord has kind of like become the new, I don't know if you say like Neopets, Gaia Online, like weird world of people who like maybe kind of Tumblr, although Tumblr even was more mainstream than the other two. But like it's like when you hear somebody's like, oh yeah, like I'm on Discord all the time. That's like, there's some weird shit going on there. All the time.
Look, I was right. Look how evil these people are. It ends up helping you.
Oh. It's a huge...
Oh?
Hold on. We're working our way through these, I swear to God. Oh. The self-awareness here, okay? Like, we're literally...
I think he watches my stream a lot more than he lets on. And he just copies the things I say, and like tries to say them back. Like, I think it's intentional mirror posting. Like, I do. I think it's intentional mirror posting. Like, intentional is in he listens to me a lot, and he's just making the same arguments back.
Clearly, we are the cabal, the self-awareness here. Keep in mind that every single time I mention them or post, they start posting about me in their Discords. They start posting about me on their accounts on Kiwi Farms. How many times have we done that where in the past I'll bring them up and then I like show you screenshots of them. Here they are talking about me in their Discord every single time.
The monkey do. The
least grudgy person in the universe. Like even for Willie Mack.
Bro. He's the least grudgy person in the universe. This motherfucker who has played the Mike from PA punching the couch clip 10,000 times because Mike beat him in a debate.
That's why? Really? Because Mike beat me in a debate? First of all, how many debates did I have with Mike? 5, 6? I talked to them quite a bit. The only reason I started to hate Mike is because he got weirdly personal and super ultra hateful of me and then started ducking and dodging me a ton. So I don't know where he's... Okay.
The least grudgy person on earth. Come on. The chat gotta call that one out, right?
Like, you understand that a grudge is based on a past... what's the word? Not affliction, not aggression. There's a word I'm looking for. I don't remember. But grudges are based on past bad actions that aren't being continued. Like, it doesn't make a past grievance, yeah. It doesn't make sense to say that somebody has a grudge against somebody who's currently, like, attacking them, right? Like, you wouldn't say, like, oh, Iran has a huge grudge against Israel and the United States. It doesn't make any sense. We're currently at war with them. Don't sue me, President, right? It's that you wouldn't call that a grudge, right? Mike from PA actively hates me and says shit about me constantly, right? Well, I don't know how constant it is now, but, like, that's not a grudge.
This chat has to call him out for that. I'm the least grudgy person on earth. There's no fucking way that he means that. There's no fucking way he just said that, right?
I think
he has a blacklist, right? He has a blacklist, yes.
Yeah, but the reason why... But, like, it's so funny because all of it just proves my point. The reason why I had to make a blacklist was because I kept letting so many fucking people back in that I shouldn't have. And that's why... That was the whole purpose for where the blacklist came from. But what the problem with the blacklist is that I didn't even enforce the fucking blacklist. So eventually I just deleted the blacklist because I was like, fuck it, we'll debate this guy over whatever. So, I mean, like, what...
He blacklisted President Sunday for President Sunday making fun of his beard patch, his, like, bald beard patch. He's the least grudgy person in the world.
Pretty sure, one, that was an autoimmune disease, and two, pretty sure my issue with President Sunday was that he was taking to great lengths enjoyment out of reading incredibly personal DMs that had leaked of me from the solo guy who also posted 30 porn videos of me. I think that was kind of more the issue that I had with President Sunday than anything else. But we can pretend it's just because he made fun of my facial hair. Like, we have to invent, in hypothetical futures, we have to invent things to be afraid of. Oh, and it might have also been because of his obsessive attacks against Kyla as well. Yeah. Crazy attacks against Kyla.
Dude, it's like a 3M conversation, dog. And I'm basically pointing out that you like hate me and blame me for so much in your life that like I think you would. By the way, that's not like a super high bar for Destiny. Like I don't think he really has any human emotion, human empathy.
This is why I said I'm gonna try this. I don't know if I need to drink first or whatever. I've got to try. I have to channel my inner fucking. I've got to cry. I've got to have cries in my manifesto thing because I can't convey the stress of my life to people or how obnoxious or irritating it is. And there are entire structures of people that are set up that are now using the legal system to try to destroy my life in 52 million different ways. While I also have to deal with real conservative threats that are trying to destroy me as well by demonetizing my YouTube channel or fucking me in however many other fucking ways, right? Like, it's a lot of stress. There's a lot of shit to deal with. But I don't cry while doing it. Nobody believes it. I gotta cry. I will. I'll do it.
I think he would just kill somebody.
I'm holding my alt for the perfect moment. Yeah, true.
Like, I don't think he really has any human emotion, human empathy. I think he would just kill somebody if he felt like they were inconveniencing him. Yeah, it's basically...
Like, who is this demon? Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. Or, sorry, I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy at all.
Okay. That sounds like a reasonable portrayal of me, I think, yeah. Like, we have to... was probably physically and emotionally abusing a woman that he was secretly dating who...
You were openly emotionally abusing this person.
Made an accusation against me. Oh, is emotional abuse when you're mean to somebody? What do you mean openly emotionally abusing? At the same time, 2 hit piece videos about me dropped and Pixie made her Substack on me.
Yeah, he did all the things in this case.
Okay. He kept Cherry on his stream in an abused state relationship, 72-hour hold for...
Sorry, I'm not gonna go through his...
Oh, what? You don't want to comment on that? On the girl who was so mentally ill that you said that me even associating with them counts as sexual and psychological abuse, but you called the fucking cops on this person, had them thrown in a psych hold for 3 days, and then immediately dragged them to your fucking house and forced them to stay there while you milked them for content on your stream about me? You don't want to talk about that? Oh, okay. Okay, big boy. Fairly sure on that. I don't actually know. Actually,
I'm not going to go through anything he's talking about with that person.
Of course you're not. The person that he said, by the way, that he was also using for sex and everything at the same time because his fat fucking porker ass can't get anybody else besides like mentally abused and mentally raped people by him and his community that he's dragging out here, forcibly fucking committing to psych wards and then dragging them back to his house and telling him every day, you have to get on my stream, you have to be on my stream, so we can talk shit about Destiny, that guy abused you, he talked shit about you. And then, fuck, I just want the one, I need the... Where's the screenshots of Cherry with that one thing? Hold on. Fuck. I need my own people. I'll be your Dr. K. I don't like to... Also, as a thing, I don't like to bring up Cherry's stuff a lot because I feel like she's... I don't like to... If somebody has, like, removed themselves from a situation, I really don't like to drag them back in. It does feel shitty. This is why I generally only have positive things to say about Melina. I will say for Cherry, I don't know if I've said many positive things about her, but like when Cherry's at her best, I think Cherry is a super funny, cool person, whatever else. The content that she was doing was actually really cool for her shows and everything else. So it does feel shitty to drag her through this over and over again related to Jessica. Like, I don't like that. That's very annoying. But, I mean, fuck. Sometimes there might gotta be some collateral. Where is that goddamn DM? Cherry leaked a DM where Jessica was saying, no, this wasn't a leaked DM actually. It was Cherry saying that Jessica had told Cherry that he will be her personal Dr. K, that he will help her with her psych problems and mentally coach her enough as long as she can just keep being on his stream to attack me while also hiding their relationship from everybody else as well, because he did lie about that. Also, remember, the only reason we even found out about that was because I don't even know what happened, but Kelly Jean and, because he was trying to hold together unstable forces, Kelly Jean and Cherry in the same community, and these two hated each other, and when they finally blasted apart, Kelly Jean ended up leaking, by the way, this random girl that Jessica just happens to have on the stream all the time, he's been dating her for 8 months, by the way. Fuck. If somebody finds that picture, link it, but funny that he doesn't want to talk about or go over any of that.
Not talk about that person at all. If he had any humility, any empathy as a human being, he would not talk about that person, but he doesn't.
Even though it came out in a court filing that Jiskel and Pixie were communicating with each other. Remember, they tried to redact his name, but they left a picture there.
I don't think I even tried to hide the fact that... Did I try to hide that?
Did
I laughed about it when it came out.
Oh, he's asking if he tried to hide it?
It was going to be pretty obvious. I think, wasn't it like really obvious just from the messages I was sending who I was? Like the thing that they were actually putting in the filing. Was that not just obvious that it was me? I think that was the funny thing. Was they redacted it poorly and I just laughed about it because I'm like, well, it was just obviously...
Fuck. I wanted to do a fake just to laugh, but I don't have it in me right now.
It was just obviously going to come out.
But was... After earlier saying he wasn't involved. How many more of these are there? Jesus, fuck.
got discovery between conversation between her and Justical, because they're either all deleted or they communicated on a signal. And then him and his community were involved
I've never
in
Never what?
the Discord screenshot. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here?
The what? Never what?
attacking
Let's go.
me, my girlfriend, my
Thank you,
son.
Layla Sims.
Got into discovery between conversation between her and Justical.
Sure.
Remember, Justical was begging Cherry after accusing me of
Oh my god.
Can't talk about any of that.
This has been litigated to death.
No, actually, he hasn't. He's never really spoken on this ever. His excuse constantly, I don't have all the clips like they have of me, but his excuse constantly is that, like, this is personal, so I don't want to talk about it, guys. Must be nice to have a personal life that you don't have every single motherfucking lunatic on the internet constantly digging through and then trying to find single statements to crucify your entire fucking history,
I don't. Sorry, I agreed not to cover this stuff on stream. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, must be nice. Must be nice for you. I'm glad that you have that privacy for your personal life. Good for you, buddy.
All right. If you want, I'll give you guys the timestamp. You can go listen to whatever he's. Oh, I can't give you the timestamp. It's pretty reasonably easy to find it. If you think he's going to say something, I'm not trying to hide anything from you, but it's been litigated to death, and I've agreed not to. So.
To death. Not like my court case, though. That's been litigated for a year and a half, literally.
Like, I think, but by the way, he is the person. If you just look at. Nope. I'm not going to. I think that's just. I'm not going to talk about it. Moving forward,
of course.
Sure.
Shredded, and there's feathers everywhere. Imagine you got like a window here, and like the glass is like fucking bright.
Why is he still watching? Oh, am I still talking about them in this? I don't remember this analogy as far. Why does it look like there's like hanging balls? Based?
Because you threw a baseball through it, right? And then the mom.
And then there's a black guy there. Are you going to defend that? Are you going to say you need proof that that black guy fucked up that room? What are you, some kind of N-word lover? You want like proof of things? Are you some kind of fucking N-word lover, buddy? Are you some kind of N-word lover? You just think the black guy's innocent? He was in the room. He did it. No, why would I need evidence that he did it? Why does it matter that his fingerprints aren't on anything? Why does it matter that he says he just walked into that room like 2 seconds before you? Why does any of that matter? He's there, and it looks like he's guilty. And I don't know why you'd suggest otherwise.
Mom comes in and just starts screaming and then leaves. And then imagine you've got like the two siblings are here and like, why do you think mom is mad? And it's like, maybe she's on her period today.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
mom's just a fucking bitch. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what do you think? Like, do you think maybe
This
she'll
is way
rough
different than I thought it was
like,
gonna be.
Hello? This kind of like
Like, he's trying to imply that, oh, they're guilty for it. This is
What?
not the situation that's currently there.
Okay. I don't know if he got that at all, but okay.
His original pretext for like the doxing stuff is just laughably not my fault. Like it is. I'm just waiting for him to write this manifesto that he says he's going to write because
So they can try and endlessly nitpick and needle every little tiny thing like Pixie's done,
right.
but
because
my manifesto, it's crazy. I feel like I'm on a pretty good run. For manifestos. I feel like I've dealt my fair share of damages to people, but okay.
there's no coherent narrative he can put together that makes it make sense
Oh, nothing. Okay.
at all.
Okay.
Right? It will totally fall apart under any scrutiny.
True.
And I'm just looking forward to it. It'd be very funny.
I guess like
Okay.
the fart sniffing, we just threw it. He messaged me once to tell me that stuff was leaking. It's like, and I was like, okay, let me know.
Yeah, all this
So you had,
embarrassing
like,
shit. Oh, wait, is that true? I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure I actually was like, didn't you message me? Yeah, we talked through this. He asked me for screenshots of stuff. Yeah, he was literally asking me for this stuff. Yeah, you're asking me for the logs of the Solo Rosa person over the past month or something. Yeah. Dude, weird.
Personal.
My claim here is he tried to act like he was like being a close friend or confidant during this, which was not true, but okay.
Say that I kickstarted Fuentes' career, then I'm responsible for his career 10 times over. Also, Hassan fucked a 15-year-old when he was busy in that.
Oh, Connor is apparently, did he say this? I guess he's getting divorced or whatever. So these guys were like, because Connor is a person who they feel like hasn't disavowed me hard enough. So I think they were all going over his shit. Like, why are you even covering this guy? Why would you even cover Connor? Like, what is your interest in this space on the internet? It's just to attack people around me.
That brothel in Berlin, and that's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much now. Yeah, I don't think Dustin knows that for a fucking fact. I don't think he fucking knows that at all. Same thing with fucking Nuxtaku. But saying that Hassan, the fucking socialist, who thinks that fucking people are enslaved by the system of capital.
Dude, Connor, you're really embarrassing. This is really shameful. This is like totally shameful stuff.
Went to a fucking brothel and paid to bang a fucking prostitute.
Chudlogic covered the entire thing and made fun of him the entire time last night, this morning. Yeah, this is the annoying thing is that they try to, because if they don't have somebody directly under their control, then they all try to like watch and react and then harass and then do gay ops and then show up on their actual accounts and their Discords and in their Twitter and their comment sections. And I don't know. The one thing that I just don't know, that I just can't, is like, I don't know what the driver is for this. But I think that I have like an unusually short, I don't know what you would call it. Like in terms of, would you call it emotional memory, I guess? Where like, I just can't be fucked with this for so long. Like I can hate somebody and I can sit down and I can like fucking write a manifesto. Let's go. But to be like this obsessed for so long. I still don't know what gay apps is. Gay apps is when you, it's like the internet name for astroturfing. Like, we're going to go make a bunch of fake accounts. We're going to go in this person's chat. We're going to pretend to be other people. And then we're going to, like, change the discourse, basically.
In violation. Like if you
It's called being Catholic and believing in forgiveness. It's not even It's not like I'm forgiving people. I'm not trying to say, like, oh, you know, like, well, the reason I realize it is because, well, if you holding in anger is like drinking poison and expecting it to hurt the other person. So I realize that it's not. I just don't have the feeling. It just goes away because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm actively doing like streaming and fighting with other people, so I just don't have the emotional memory for it. But no, it's not like I'm actively forgiving these people. It just like falls off after a while. But I feel like it's probably more normal than not. Maybe, I don't know.
fucking brothel and paid to bang a fucking prostitute in violation. Like if you think that the woman's a slave, she can't consent. If the sex worker is a part of a system that makes her a slave.
Okay, all right, somebody get me the clip of Destiny talking about the girl who was like, he's pretty sure was sex trafficked and he still got a hand job from them. Anyone got that clip?
People love to fucking, I don't know where the original story is. You can go find the story. People love to act like that I'm like a fucking prostitute rapist or whatever. I know I've told the story because they're referencing it. And I think I've referenced the story a few times. When I lived in California, I'd always heard about like, not rug and tug. What do you call them? Rub and tug. Right? You can like go to massage parlors and get fucking hand jobs or do prostitution over bullshit. And I was like, you know what? I want to try this one time. I've never experienced this before. So why not? Why not fucking try it one time? And I did try it one time, and it was a horrendous fucking experience. Though it felt like the lady, I don't think she could speak English. I'd use my phone to fucking translate. It felt like this lady was a fucking, maybe just because of that, it felt like she was being fucking trafficked or some, like, this lady was like 40, 50 years old or whatever. It was just a horrible, terrible, not good experience. I hated that. Everything about that was like really bad. But people try to like, when they tell this story, they're like, Destiny loves visiting these fucking brothels and he loves going to these trafficked women or whatever. Like, I'm trying to think if, I'm in my, I try to remind everybody to hate women. I'm on my man-hating arc. I think for a while I was on the all sex is rape train. I feel like prostitution is just not, that's a hard one. I think if you really get into it, I don't know if you could defend any prostitution in terms of it being like a moral thing, but I don't know. But this especially was not good. Not good. But I don't know, they try to bring this up like an own or something. I don't know.
Somebody get me the clip of Destiny talking about the girl who was like, he's pretty sure was sex trafficked and he still got a hand job from them. Anyone got that clip? Anyone got that clip? Connor has offended me. He's offended my sense.
But like, Hassan was like bragging. He loved it. I don't know. I don't have the original clip. Where's the original clip of Hassan talking about going to the brothel in Germany? Like, he brings that up as like a point of pride. He loved going. That it was so cool or whatever.
Ability. So now I need the clip of Destiny telling the story about how he went to like some fucking, like some happy ending place. He's pretty sure the woman was sex trafficked and that she didn't seem really into it, but he still got a hand job anyway.
What do you mean still got a hand job anyway? That was the only thing they did. There was no... Does he think that I was like there for like an hour-long massage, and then at the end of the hour-long massage, when I'm like, man, this girl's like fucking trafficked and everything. Fucking struck me. Like, it was like, for the whatever the... I don't know how normal or whatever, but for this, it was like they fucking gave you the shittiest rub for like 20 seconds, and then you were supposed to like say something or offer something, and then they give you like the worst the worst hand job of the world. I want to say the totality of my experience was probably like fucking... It was less than 10 minutes for sure. This was it was a horrible, not good. I don't even know if I got hard. That was how fucking horrible this... I hated everything about this. It was not a good feeling. Not a good meme. Not a good trip.
Can we do that? Do we want to do that? I feel like I want to do that.
That's crazy, but okay.
Somebody had that shit ready to go. Jesus. Holy.
You ever say that I kicked...
It's like... What is this? Oh, hold on. 2K, okay. Wrong monitor. It's like, okay. Oh, DGG Foot Soldiers. That means that this video was posted from Kiwi Farms, and it looks like he's seeing it on Twitter. So I'm guessing the Substance reposted this. It was probably a Raul Kittenhouse video that was made for him, and then he probably posted it on his own account on Kiwi Farms, and then the Substance ripped it from here. And then sometimes Justical watches these videos on stream while he promotes it to his own audience to get them to repost shit on Twitter. It's so cringe, bro. Holy shit. I don't even know. How old is this clip? But okay. It's like, okay. Yeah, this is the hand job thing.
But are you like a fast stroker or kind of like a slow stroker, dude?
I mean, I'll do...
I'm good. Thanks, man. That was not a gay question at all. That was not the gayest question I've ever heard in my life at all. We're back to Connor.
She can't consent.
That was just a totally fucking insane question to ask. I have no fucking idea why you did that just now. That was insane.
God damn it. These fucking people, man.
On your child trafficking claim about Hassan.
It's like, the only thing I know about those places are from American movies and thought they worked like that, like a normal massage with a happy ending. There might be. I don't know. Like I said, I've only gone to one of these. Generally, I'm not like a. I like the idea. Listen, okay. I am a loser. Okay, I need my women to be into the exchange. I've tried to channel my inner. No, I'm just kidding. That's too edgy. I can't do it. But it feels weird. If I feel like the person doesn't want to be there, and then obviously with any kind of like paid exchange or prostitution, it's like,
Easy way. They desperately try to attach bad things.
Selective outrage is so transparent. Okay. Yeah. I just want this. This is like Exhibit A of just how much Destiny self-victimizes. It's very sad.
what am I? Dude, I'm sorry, but I will take credit. I am the least. If I wanted to victimize myself, bro, there are so many fucking ways that I could talk about everything in my life. Holy shit.
You have people who are willing to go into chats where like we think you also are a pedophile rapist. But sincerely, like for Destiny I wouldn't commit. But for you, whoever you are a pedophile rapist almost certainly, okay? I am committed to that. I would debate that. Absolutely. But
what was he talking about?
That's like the example. You come into places where nobody wants you, nobody likes you, and you're just like, I need to defend Destiny. That's how much he self-victimizes, just from the clip, from the segment earlier, just so we're aware.
I said that Hassan Piker visited a brothel that was later raided for suspected sex trafficking.
Easy way. Implications about Hassan that people make from them.
It's obvious bait. Read his examples. Oh, I didn't read his examples. Do you think it was insincere? Hold on, I'll read his examples. You're right, I didn't. Years did Hassan lie about the N-word manifesto or misrepresent Destiny's conversation about the ethics of CSAM as treatment?
Uh-oh.
No, that's sincere. No, that is totally a Destiny fan. Absolutely, that's a Destiny fan right there.
What?
You thought that was a joke?
Oh.
Holy X-Trail, you're like, oh, he's memeing. He's memeing, man. No, he's not.
Are deliberately misleading. Implications about Hassan that people make from them. Who in 2024 posted a tweet encouraging people stuck.
Also, I have no idea about I basically don't know a lot of the history of Destiny and Hassan. I don't think I've even watched that full debate ever, the N-word manifesto debate or whatever. So I only have other people's characterizations. I know how faulty they've been going into like the past 3 years. So basically, I just don't care. I've seen Destiny's conduct up close and personal. I know he's a disgusting freak. I have no interest in defending him. I'm sure lots of people do have an interest in defending. I've seen Destiny's conduct up close and personal. I know he's a...
What is he fucking watching my jork videos? Oh.
Disgusting freak. I have no interest in defending him. I'm sure lots of people do have an interest in defending him. I don't care. Fuck off.
Behind pro-Palestinian protesters to take matters into your own hands. He then went on Fox News and suggested that in Arkansas, protesters would be thrown off of bridges.
If something like this happened in Arkansas on a bridge there, let's just say
I literally don't care. Again, you seem to be thinking that when I watch this, I'm talking about how cool and awesome Hassan is. I'm saying that these people are lying about Hassan and misleading people.
Yeah, I'm not a big Hassan fanboy now. I'm just defending him every single time I see him being unfairly attacked by people that I hate.
I'm saying that these people are lying about Hassan and misleading people because they've done bad things and they're trying to get away with them by using Hassan as a foil. I'm not arguing that Hassan is therefore cool and should lead America. That's what you're arguing. Well, I assume.
By the way, before Gisticle defected from my community, besides the bot, Gisticle had the #1 most mentions of me in my chat of any other chatter, by the way.
I don't care. Hassan could have lied about those things. That's totally in line with how I conceive of Hassan. I don't care. I'm more focused on like the rapist who's using Hassan bad to get away with shit, the person who groomed children.
That's me.
And
That's me. Wait, is that the same? Is that both me?
Created like honestly on scale groomed children in a way that almost nobody else on the internet has in Noxtaku. I'm more concerned about these people. That's why the video doesn't even talk about Destiny, bro.
Assessing a private stream after. Please don't. I want to finish watching. My kick VOD is always available. Wait, Stardust, has that crazy Marwan girl ever talked about you before? Bro, that chick is mentally unwell.
Why are you here talking about Destiny? Why is Connor making it about Destiny? This video is not about Destiny.
I think there'd be a lot who in 2024.
Occupying force is literally legal, definitionally legal.
So
Killing combatants is not legal, you fucking dipshit. Or excuse me, killing non-combatants if I said combatants.
Oh, that's also true, depending on.
I'm gonna have to watch this again on Monday in order to fucking rip this fucking segment.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Muppet Black, why don't you call in?
Part of the segment sucks so much fucking ass.
You want to argue?
clearly
Call
Hassan is
in,
discussing
man.
international law as it relates to resistance against
Call
military
in,
forces in
dog.
illegally occupied territory.
Occupying force is literally legal.
Okay. Okay, this last one from yesterday.
Other statements in order to arrive at that conclusion. But I will admit that.
Oh, no, wait. Is this the same clip? Oh, no.
Didn't you argue that Asmongold is correct and you don't need to talk in order to have arguments?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but
Uh-oh.
if you want to talk on my stream and have
Oh, because he was defending Asmongold, ducking me for a debate.
arguments? Yeah, but if you want to talk on my stream and have an argument with me, you can come on the stream. If you just want to like tweet at me and I can answer it later, that's fine.
Sorry. I feel like I've answered this a million times. Why do you even cover this shit? He's clearly doing it on purpose. He loses nothing by just saying no you on repeat, and then you ops will just echo chamber it. The only people that sees your responses are the people that believe it already or your community that can see he's just saying no you. The problem is that you guys don't see it. You guys don't see this stuff and you don't understand the extent to what it is, right? Because I can tell by the way like a lot of you guys will talk about me. And I don't even try to like defend myself, but I'll even see this show up. Like people will go into the subreddit and shit and be like, well, I follow Destiny for his politics, but not his personal life because he's a horrible, disgusting fucking human being. And it's like, excuse me? What? Because there are people I've had public fights with in the past. Like the overwhelming amount of personal relationships by number has been overwhelmingly positive. Okay. Number one. And then number two, there have been people that I've had like huge, like horrible dramatic fights with. But like, if you take like 2 seconds back and you try to like, okay, let's think about it at its worst. Like the worst fucking dramas that I've been involved in were the Anna, Mr. Girl, Lav shit, right? And if we take a step back, we think like at its worst, what was this? Was Destiny was sexting with a 30-year-old woman, but then he was also telling his community at the same time that this woman was crazy. Okay? That's at its worst. Now, obviously, I have my side to that Anna was constantly messaging me, that there were different time periods where I would tell my audience, like, yeah, I think this person's crazy, whatever. But then we would talk later, whatever. Like, I have my story. I think the timeline gets way compressed there. But like, at its worst, that's probably like the longest drama that a lot of people like to hang out on. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, motherfuckers are out here raping each other. And this was like the number one drama. So like, even you guys, because you hear shit repeated so often, or fucking Abba with his retarded fucking bullshit. Like, oh, well, if Steam's going to conduct his life in this like crazy blah, 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 blah. The craziest shit are the people that I had on stream. Okay. Like, generally speaking, like people, because even you guys, you make these memes and you print it as meme, but you're not, oh, Destiny loves BPD chicks, blah, blah, blah. Melina was not BPD. Okay. None of the women that I've ever dated in my life have been BPD girls. That's crazy. Okay. All the women that I've dated have been awesome individuals who I hope go on to lead awesome fucking lives. And they were awesome while we dated. And there was a bad period where we broke up. That's why our relationship fucking ended. Okay. But like to say, and it's even funny too, because I would even defend the people that I would date against some of you guys sometimes. I remember how many of you guys would say like, oh, Melina was like a fucking idiot. She was retarded. Why is he blah, blah, blah. And I remember I had to ban you fuckers for it. So no, like even stuff that even where you guys are like, oh no, like I'm a fan of Destiny. I just think he's a horrible, disgusting piece of shit who lives his. It's like overwhelmingly, the vast majority of people in my life, I think I've treated pretty well. I've guided a lot of people through careers. I've given a lot of people a lot of great advice. I've hosted a ton of people. I've built and made a lot of fucking careers. We're watching one of them right now. Generally speaking, most of the stuff that leaks about me is usually me being like, I'm either overpaying people or whatever. Obviously, we have our whole lawsuit arc right now, and we'll be able to have all the dust settled on that when that comes down. But like the idea that. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it. So I will respond to it, just so at least my fans have more talking points. And so that when you see this crazy stuff popping up over and over again, people kind of have, because there's also another thing where if you think one thing, but it seems like everybody around you is saying something different, then you probably think that, okay, fuck, maybe there's a little bit more that I don't know, so I'm just not going to talk on it. But when you realize that all these other people are, crazy, or that they're not crazy, that all these other people are like part of a community, it changes things a little bit. So fuck you. So I will talk about it. Suck my dick.
Go do that. Also, I would argue basically engaging with Destiny ever is a mistake.
True.
Like in any direct conversation.
People were mischaracterizing that specific statement in order to say that Hassan was calling for specific
Incapable of
indirect
operating
violence against
in good
Steam Klein now, and that's not what was being said. Other statements in order to arrive at that conclusion, but I will admit that.
Oh, fuck. What's this? Hold on. I don't care. Fuck it. We'll do it all tonight. Why not?
It is kind of funny to me that, like, I ended the conversation with Pisco a few days ago, and I ended it by saying, like, listen.
If he was a friend, if he cared, if he had done anything to review, he would see how condescending and rude he was before Pisco ever did a yes or no thing with him, and he would be apologetic in his tone publicly. But he is not. He is egotistical. He's narcissistic. He is a fucking small, tiny, dumb man who wants to maintain the things he's gotten, and he thinks if he ever admits he's wrong, it'll all go away. Very sad. Very, very, very sad.
I ended it by asking him to just...
Or maybe he will do all of that, because I didn't actually watch this. I'm not sure. We'll keep going.
Now remember, everything that Justical says, the reason why you see them in other areas, and then remember the thing that I said before. Fuck, I hate this, dude. It makes me feel schizo. Remember how I said for MAGA, right? You say a thing, it's on your friendly platforms, it resonates, it builds up momentum, and then you can kind of like shoot it out into other spaces, but it seems like it has so much more validity because of how energized it is from the resonating chambers that it's coming from, right? This is the same thing. You're going to hear Justical say a thing. Everybody behind the scenes has workshopped it. It's probably already been on fucking Chudlogic stream. I don't know if Chudlogic covers this. Hassan kind of sort of green lights this. I don't know how much he talks about this in particular, but we saw him earlier talking about like Pisco is escaping the plantation or whatever. And then all these people can kind of take that energy. Now it's nowhere near as much for the smaller community here, but like all of these same workshop lines, nothing that you're watching here is real. None of this is like reality. This is not him actually reacting to this. This is him giving you the propaganda talking points that him and all these weirdo Discord servers have already worked out so that they can carry all of these messages forward when they go into Hutch's community, Pisco's community, or mine or other third-party communities to carry the same messages.
It is kind of funny to me that... How do you think it'd be better, whatever? Like, but just take it down like 3 notches.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like he was like right back to jumping on Twitter, and then...
And you're saying you have receipts for this? Well, I mean, we're watching him do this now. I have receipts of like Substance will post a tweet. Everybody in their little Discord will talk about it. They'll talk back and forth about like, oh my God, I can't believe Pisco said this. I can't believe this. Like, I think he said this, or like we need to do this. Sometimes when somebody does bad in a conversation, you'll see all of them be like, oh fuck, I can't believe Doobie brought that up. Like somebody just told me this. Like, oh my God, why is he bringing this up? Like you see them all talking about it in real time. This is in their inner ring Discord that they don't think people have eyes on. But yeah, this is, yeah, they do. Yeah, of course. Why would I? Yeah, yeah, obviously.
Unpacking the centrist debate, you know?
Do you understand why? Do you care why? Do you care that this person was your friend and the fact that he is wrong in this is being used to paint him? Like the fact that this doesn't matter is being used to paint him as like a crazy person? Like that he's a loser, he's a bad friend, he's ruining the show? Do we care? No, Hutch doesn't care. Hutch doesn't...
Like, has Hutch ever said any of those things before? That Pisco is a loser? That Pisco is a bad friend? That he's ruining the show?
Care at all.
Not a centrist, just a self-described... How do you think it'd be... I think I already read that. And then Olivia said, it's funny you're digging through probably hours and hours of footage of me. Trying to find some kind of gotcha.
This is... Hold on. This person... Oh, Stasi got mad at me yesterday because he's like, you acted like she had context. Even absent context. Like, why wouldn't you just... How did she find this? Who sent this to her? Absent context. That she walked in here. Why? Do you really just go and, like, fight with people and not look at anything? You just walk in there like a just vacuous zombie, and you're like, you sound centrist. I'm gonna fight you now. I'm gonna fight you now. This fucking ogre? Are we serious?
He's mad because the Olivia girl showed up and wasn't happy that Pisco was using her example over and over again as a person who's like a centrist or whatever, but Jesus.
Hutch doesn't understand at all. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. This is like a PSA for Hutch. Hutch, you need to try to understand that amongst the people who do politics and are big in politics, they can all see how smart Pisco is, how well he can argue his points. Josiah.
These are, by the way, directly ripped, talking about something I've been saying a long time, that's originated in my Kiwi Farms thread. If you go back about a year ago, when Pisco had finally broken off for me, a lot of people on the Kiwi Farm stuff, and then Jisco started echoing this in their own server, talking about like, Pisco is actually way smarter than Destiny, and I think he's the one who's going to become the next like god to usurp him, and blah 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 blah. They have like this weird talking point. The funny thing is that Hutch is a person who's been on the internet with some kind of internet career for like 15 years, right? Pisco only exists on the internet now because of his association with Live and Learn, and before because of his spotlighting by me. And they're acting like Pisco is the one who has all of the career insights, and he thinks he can lecture Hutch? What?
Kyle Kalinske, Crystal Ball, all of these big people who know Pisco, who cite Pisco when it comes to like arguing basically anything legal within politics, right? They trust him as somebody who shares similar values in some ways. Now, the lefties, I don't think he's at all a lefty, but he's like at least liberal, and he argues like he's very progressive socially. So he aligns with them on a lot of things. And, well, Josiah mostly. I think him and Josiah almost line up 1-to-1. In any case, they all know Pisco's smart. You doing anti-intellectualism to attack Pisco? I said before I didn't like that his friends weren't saying anything. I think Hutch is getting like kind of tested in a way he doesn't understand. Like, he is showing by continuing to do this that he is not a good friend, that he doesn't understand, that he's not capable of intellectual conversation. Like, you understand that's going to have negative consequences for your ability to form connections, to do this as a career, right? At least so long as you aren't subordinate to Destiny, and you would need Destiny to stay very big or get much, much bigger, right? To continue to be subordinate to him and get like bigger in that way. But you are like so, it's so obvious to anybody who can pay attention what's going on here. And I know Pisco's friends can. Hutch does.
It's just like the gaslighting and everything. You can literally feel the manipulation oozing out of it. Yeah, it's just like, it's crazy. These guys are just, what powers you to do this for so long? I just wish Destiny would stop highlighting / popping up these people who then go on to become ops. I mean, I've changed the way that I engage with people, and I've been open about that. Sometimes to my fan base's upsetness about it. So...
didn't articulate myself well enough. When I said that centrist and moderate have a lot of overlap, they're somewhat synonymous. I didn't expand on that in the moment. What I should have said was, what sets them apart is I think that centrist in our spaces is more of a pejorative than moderate. And I might have said that during the conversation.
Oh, by the way, also, you can look to Pisco's Twitter, where a lot of his talking points come from, are a lot of the things that he's going to say here, right? When he says that there are Pisco snarkers, Pisco got that term from these guys saying people are trying to snark you, right? Now, I'll reiterate, Pisco is not part of any of these communities. He's just fucking retarded. Dusty, I'm confused. Does he think Hutch is trying to suck up to you? Yes. Every single political opinion that aligns with mine, I'm not exaggerating. Half of you won't even believe when I say it. I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I'm not exaggerating. And the way that these guys present things is anybody that agrees with me on any political view is doing it because they're trying to become part of my infinite rape sex cult, and because I have blackmail or something on them. There is no possible way to explain any political view beyond people trying to be allegiant to me. So when Hutch is saying things, it's because he's trying to join the DGG rape cult, and that's the only possible reason why he can be disagreeing with Pisco at some point. That's it. That's why I said all this is so boring. Like, there's no political analysis anywhere here, even though these guys are ostensibly doing politics, but it's not. It's like this super, super, super fucking weird rhetoric, schizo, social, whatever fuck games that they're all playing. Oh God.
Is he missing the point entirely?
Overlap,
I feel like he's missing the point
synonymous.
entirely.
I didn't expand on that in the moment. What I should have said was, what sets them apart is I think that centrist in our spaces is.
What is that relevant to in regards to your conversation? Does he not? He literally doesn't understand he still doesn't understand why Pisco was pointing out what he was pointing out. I don't get how you could have a fight with a friend and truly not understand in any sense, and just continue to go and talk about the situation, and like you can't even remotely explain what the other person's trying to argue. You have no understanding. There is zero understanding going on here, and Hutch is continuing in this direction. This is not friendship, right? This is just a bad person. This is a tiny, egotistical, like small-minded human being.
And it's Hutch, who's like the nicest guy. Jesus Christ. I don't know, man.
I'd have said that during the conversation. I don't really remember. But it feels like Pisco's looping on this one. I'm going to shave my nose real quick because my nose is like...
It feels like Pisco is just looping. Pisco is just kind of crazy, isn't he? Isn't Pisco just kind of like crazy, like totally crazy? Isn't he like really crazy and looping and just, man, he's kind of crashing out. I hope Pisco's like mentally well. I hope he's like mentally well right now.
Nobody's saying that. And it's funny because it's always been the meme that Pisco arguments loop like crazy and take 3 hours to get through one topic. But what he's trying to do here Do you remember how Republicans tried to say that like Democrats are being insurrectionists or they're trying to coup or whatever because they're when Stephen Miller kept saying seditious conspiracy because he didn't like that there were conservatives that were convicted of seditious conspiracy, so he tried to rewrite it to Democrats. Gesticle here, they're trying to reframe like the this guy's mentally unwell attacks that I think iDubbbz was doing against Ethan Klein, and now they're trying to reframe it like Hutch is doing the same thing to Pisco here, is what it is. God, it's so cringe. This is so cringe.
I don't know if he's mentally well. I'm so close to just like...
This is just straight up gaslight. It's insane levels of manipulation. And the fact that all of this is like workshopped constantly behind the scenes in these like weirdo discords by these communities, and then amplified by Chudlogic, and I don't even know how much Queen fucking streams, and that Substance dude, and Wild Kitten House posting the videos on Kiwi Farms, and Hassan retweeting it all, and it's like...
I'm so close to just like... I'm so close to just losing it. This guy has some incredibly like embarrassing shit in his like Discord posts and stuff. The way...
What?
Some incredibly like embarrassing shit in his like Discord posts and stuff. The way he plays himself up as a victim and shit. It's so fucking goofy. But you know what? I'll probably continue to ignore it. I'll probably not bring it up because it would be shitty of me. This guy's such a fucking asshole, man.
I'd have said that during
Hutch. Like, he's not to be mean to Hutch. Hutch is like I feel like Hutch is so friendly, he's like boring. Has Hutch in the entirety of his 15-year career, has he ever been involved in any type of bad interpersonal drama ever? At like even one time? I know way long ago, he was like, he worked as like a administrator or something for like Machinima. But has he ever? He used to? Early in Machinima? Okay. Maybe 15 years ago. You teabag gynecology. Wasn't Hutch out in Burkina Faso with the child soldiers?
Did you see Olivia? Olivia's a moron. Olivia has an IQ, has a brain that is inversely correlated to the size of her body, okay? Like, she doesn't even know what she's arguing with him. Did you see Olivia?
Like, the amount of slurping. Like, how do you not feel weird doing so much obsessively partisan coverage? Like... It's so boring. This is MAGA. This is the far left. Like, it's like everything like this, dude.
Bitter and angry about some aspects of it because I was really ready to like, I was ready to go for the next like 4 or 5 decades and die with this woman, and she just didn't want that, you know.
I don't want to do it. Maybe the stream got removed, bro. The stream that goes well with this, in just a snarking sense, is the Purple Perry gaming stream about Connor and his kids and his wife. It's horrifying, but I kind of want to find it.
Oh, that Purple Perry dude?
It is kind of funny.
That Purple Perry dude is really fucking weird, too.
To me, that like...
Wait, did I miss this one? Hold
I
on.
ended the conversation with Pisco a few days ago, and I ended it by saying, like, listen.
If he was a friend, if he cared...
No, we watched this one. Never mind. Okay. This one... Okay, we're working our way. We're almost done.
Like, they're either talking to other dudes and they have more interesting prospects, or they're just not interested. Like, maybe I tripped a red flag or a yellow flag.
Oh, dude. Man, this is rough. This is fucking bleak. This is so bleak. Man, I don't know what to say.
For them or whatever. And so for whatever reason, they're not expressing the level of interest that I have in them back to me. And so I'm not going to dump a ton of energy.
Please stop, dude. Like, I don't think Connor's actually a loser, but the stream he is doing, the stream he is performing is, I'm a divorced dad, total fucking loser right now. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Like, I don't want to start you, but you are actually making it fucking impossible. You're actually killing me, Connor. You're like actually just performing. You're just acting like you're a total fucking loser right now. Which, if you are a total fucking loser, keep it to yourself. Do not be the stereotype.
Are you okay, bro? You're making fan art?
What are you thinking? What is happening?
Energy into trying to like win their affection. Like,
Counterpoints, he's like, they'd have to be an old soul. Counterpoint's gonna be dating a 20-year-old within 3 months. Book it right now. Within 3 months, he's dating a 20-year-old. Okay. She's like really smart. She like called me out. I was like trying to do something. She like called me out. She's like really smart.
The progressives, they can just say, "Oh, you virtue signaled about your."
I think that sucked so bad.
How do I put this? I think he's done a little bit of coping about how he can cook and how it's like all fine, and I think he's drowning in all the extra work he has to do when it's just him by himself without his like stay-at-home wife. And I think he needs a new stay-at-home wife. I think the second he was gone, he was like, "Hey, we're back on the market. Hello? Do you want to marry? Do you want to get married? Do you want to get married? Hey, you, do you want to get married?" I think that's why he reaches out to the ex, right?
I mean, no, he must have had something. I don't know. God, that I wonder how bad it was, because for a woman to leave with 3 kids.
But what would Lav know about that? She's murdered every kid she's gotten pregnant with, and her husbands have all fucking abandoned her. So
I'm sadly sad.
A lot.
I just like don't.
A lot.
I just like don't even.
How much fan art does Justical commission of these people? What?
Yeah, he talked about how he'd want a mail order bride from Eastern Europe, and he was like, "If you're just nice, it's fine. Like they're used to getting beaten and shit."
Dude, I like don't even. Dude, how could you not try to make it work with 3 kids, dude?
Why would you assume they did?
Like, it's actually crazy how much she looks like Sneeko. I feel like they could be cousins. It's actually crazy.
Why did that woman let a fucking Somali pirate inside of her? Like, what is going on?
I don't know. Like,
Epic.
Crashes the fuck out. Starts chain messaging her. "You're a cheating whore. I always knew you were betraying me." It's like a little bit out there. Like, this is not exactly like, obviously you can tell what she's going for in this picture, right? It's like, but it's not crazy. It's not like insane.
She's like just a girl. This is like what girls do.
Yeah. The way I put it is like, if you want a girl who looks like that, you got to accept that she's going to want to post on social media.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just date a 6. Just date a 6 and be happy with your 6.
Okay.
They with the rat pack. Hit them with the chopper, that's the rat trap.
And she saw ABBA and was like, "Yeah, this is it."
This is like right after her abortion, actually. A couple weeks pregnant.
Holy fuck, abortion?
Yeah, she basically, that's like where the whole drama kicked off, was she was really hormonal during the pregnancy, and she was like crashing out on him, and he was crashing out back on her, and ABBA's basically the most emotional performative male that exists. And
oh my god.
He sort of lost any aura. He used to have this like aura as a calm guy, and he sort of lost it all. It's like totally gone now.
It was gone from the second I fucking saw his face. He looks like he like serves people street food with his feet.
Jesus. That's a little much, isn't it?
No, yeah.
Not Griper, not a racist, by the way.
Dude, isn't it crazy how like everyone who has crossed me, like just something horrible happens to them? Isn't it insane?
Crashes.
Is that what she feels like about her ex-husband? The most horrible thing that's happened to every single person that Lav has crossed is that they had to meet Lav.
Damn. Speaking of relationships and stuff, I saw that Cherry's found God.
We don't talk. Whoa! My life? Whoa!
Topic for stream.
Oh, it'd be funny.
To discuss on stream.
It'd be funny though.
Hey, just respect.
Okay, fine, I will.
It's because he's fucking deathly afraid of any leaks coming from Camp Cherry on that, by the way. That's the thing that he's so fucking afraid of. It already is hard. It was hard for him to defend it initially, that he was basically raping a woman and locking her in his fucking house to keep her producing content for him, to snark me. Like, even his own community pushed back on him a little bit for that. But yeah, he's fucking deathly afraid of anything related to that.
Damn.
Myron Gaines, all you need to do is shave this girl's head, and then it's like Sneeko with this ass.
No, literally.
Myron Gaines like wet dream. Like the best
like
thing in the world.
A gym girl with fake boobs. And
can you explain what happened there? Have you reached out to Cherry? Listen. Just to go to some crazy shit with regards to all of that situation. I've already talked about the stream. You go back and look. I don't like dragging people back to drama shit, especially if they've like completely moved on from that part of their life. I think it's one of the most disgusting things you can do. That's why I thought it was crazy when Cuntsy, when the pixie piece of shit was trying to subpoena my fucking ex-wife, who clearly doesn't want any fucking thing to do with any of this, right? Who wouldn't even be able to testify because we're married. It's spousal privilege, right? Who, like, the fact that they're willing to dig through anything, especially if it was like related to a lot of mental whatever shit, right? So like, it's already kind of shitty that I brought up Cherry stuff as much, but like, the idea that like trying to push that person to leak stuff or whatever, even though I know it would be catastrophic to Justical. Like if Cherry's moved on to some place where she's happier doing whatever shit she's doing, then fucking I don't know. It feels shitty to try to. I think that's just a horrible thing to do to somebody. It's whatever.
Oh, they met on Instagram. I mean, holy fuck. What do they say about Black IQ?
Jesus Christ.
Stop.
It's not, the problem with Lav is it's not funny because Lav is like actually racist. Like, you know that Lav is racist. 1,000,000,000,000%.
I don't know. You chill. You know I'm like hanging out with some more progressive people now, right? You not heard of this? Have you not heard people say
Did you
this?
hear that I'm progressive now? I am like completely lib-hearted now. Oh, they met.
Okay. Fucking Christ. All right. I don't talk. Okay. We did it. We got through it all. Of the clips I was sent for today. My fucking God. 4.5 hours. Fuck no. Resi. 1.4 thousand subs. Connor Point's divorce arc. Relationship ruined by destiny. Okay. Kino content. That's a little bit fucking psychotic. Oh, he was 1,000,000,000,000% getting some of these talking points from Justical.
They want to harm themselves or whatever. And then sometimes they'll actually egg people on too. It's like real Kiwi Farm shit. Ghislaine had a financial incentive to sweep for him because they have a pod together. That makes sense.
This weird talking point that Kyla, I don't even know where this originated from, that Kyla was like my Ghislaine Maxwell. Who, I don't even know if she's ever introduced me to a girl on fuck before. It's just like such a weird, like, what the fuck are we alleging? What are we even fucking talking about?
Yeah, Not So Erudite is another massive hater of mine, by the way, just so you know. I mean, virtually...
Wait, Kyla is?
Yeah, Not So Erudite is another massive hater of mine, by the way,
Is she?
just so you know. I mean, virtually every single person at some point. When you're a Destiny Arbiter, you gotta fucking do that. When you're a Destiny Arbiter, you gotta pay the piper. You gotta say Hassan fucking sucks.
And it's so funny too because like, not anymore. Okay, not anymore. But like, I used to be so tolerant of people of like, well, you know, if we want to court lefties, if we want to do this, like, we shouldn't be this mean and blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, Ethan Klein, reveals. So the very first day I did an episode with Hassan Piker, he said we can never ever ever fucking bring up Destiny ever a single fucking time ever. I don't know. I feel like multiple people have leaked this at this point where Hassan was like, I'm not going if you ever bring up Destiny. Remember when Ethan and Hassan were going to do their debate and Hassan was literally fucking shivering. His little Turkish balls had fucking been sucked all the way up into that in his fat fucking stomach at the time. He's like, just so you know, Ethan, if Destiny shows up, they're gonna ban me. I gotta leave immediately. You can't have anybody coming on. He was like fucking, oh my God, he was losing his mind. He was so fucking afraid. This guy was seeing me in the shadows everywhere. Oh yeah, your age said that Hassan told him not to mention you, even though he did. I remember that. Yeah, true. So nice projection. Okay, done.